Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Wednesday, and I have three topics on the table tonight. And I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of crunching the numbers. No. Michael Noak. We've been saying Noak. I saw him heard him in the Miami courtroom this morning. He said Noak on 2 occasions. Anyway, Brother Polight, sentenced to 7 years in prison, 10 years probation. I'm disgusted. And I want to say to all of you who heard the gut-wrenching statement, the statement from the mother, please stop saying her name if you know her name. Do not put her name in titles on YouTube. She does not want to be intertwined in the bullshit. She said that. The judge said that. She wants to remain anonymous. Yes, her statement was gut-wrenching. It was beautiful. It touched all of us. Anybody who's of a rational mind, it touched you. But I have a problem with people who are now, you feel for her. But over the last goddamn 2 years, you were more concerned with Brother Polight. Let's keep it real. You were more concerned with whether he did it, whether he didn't. And I'm not going to, go in on a certain culture. But, as the old saying goes, if you knew better, you'd do better. Yes, 7 years in prison, 10 years probation. And I just want to, again, go off of the top here, without, looking at numbers, reading things. I was appalled by his legal team trying to stop us from hearing the goddamn audio, via Zoom. Did anybody catch that? Good evening, troll babies. His legal team was talking to the judge, trying to shut down the live stream. The judge was so goddamn patient. It was just like, oh my goodness. I would have just, said, hey, you know what? The deal's off the table. Pardon me, not the deal. Because there was an option to go to trial. He's late. He's coming up the elevator. I said, what the fuck is going on here? Anyway, I was appalled that his legal team was trying to stop us, the media, from hearing the audio. Anyway, I do want to talk about the atmosphere of acceptance. That is what I want you to take away from tonight's show with regards to Brother Polight. The atmosphere of acceptance with regards to his behavior, what he has been doing over the years. Let me go on record and say Brother Polight is a piece of shit, a lowlife, a degenerate, the worst of the worst. He has been lying to us, lying to others. He accepted a plea deal. In case you don't know, there are 2 more charges that could be a maximum sentence of 30 years for each charge. I don't know. I forget. You guys work that out. So he could be receiving more time than the 7 years and the 10 years probation. I don't want to hear about time served, good behavior. No, he's a degenerate. The worst of the worst. But I want to talk about the atmosphere of acceptance. Because you see, in similar fashion to Africa Bambaataa and other cult leaders, when you're making money for a certain team, group, culture, a lot of people keep their mouths shut. And I'm not going to say anybody's names because I don't know. This is not an attack on anybody. I'm just talking about the atmosphere of acceptance. Again, I may have to kick dirt on believers tonight. Me, I'm a non-believer in the theory of God. You know this. But so many people who are, religious, or you use the system of religion with regards to shaming others, looking down upon people. You are the biggest fucking hypocrites, the most nastiest, close-minded people on the planet. All of your great wars have been fought over religion. Huh? The unknown falling down and sobbing to the unknown, claiming that you are more enlightened than others, when in reality you have no proof. Just as the non-believer has no proof that what you believe in doesn't exist. Brother Polight, 7 years. It's not enough if you ask me. I think he should have gotten 15. Let me go on record and say that. Disgusting. Disgusting what he agreed to by way of the plea deal. And again, salute to the mother. And if you call in, do not say her name or I will hang up on you. Salute to the mother. She let him off, or she thanked him, pardon me. She thanked him during her statement for accepting responsibility and going to prison because he doesn't have to be a registered sex offender now. That was what he and his legal team was so concerned about. Good evening, troll babies. Did you catch all of that? Cheers. I'll get to the phone shortly. I just feel like rambling here. Give me a minute. Rambling on a nigga who has been out here flim-flamming, diddy-bopping, hustling and jiving, peace to the family, talking about how to shop, talking about the brown rice and the alkaline water. Meanwhile, this nigga's coughing like he's got bronchitis and all sorts of shit, and niggas are lapping it up and lapping it up and lapping it up. At one point, the shit was so hysterical, this nigga was selling cargo homes. What state was that in? Cargo homes that he didn't even own, and he had somebody who worked on the goddamn, worked on the grounds who was co-signing the bullshit. And people were lapping it up and lapping it up and lapping it up. An atmosphere of acceptance. That's how Africa Bambaataa was able to do what he did. There is still a lawsuit against him right now. And let me just say this because I'm going to try not to go back. There's other lawsuits coming against the Zulu Nation by way of a class action lawsuit. They're waiting for the John Doe case to be over, whenever it's over. And then people are suing the Zulu Nation. That's a fact. But we'll talk about that another time. Yahweh ben Yahweh, and a host of others throughout history. David Koresh. This is a Homo sapien issue and problem, not just within the black community. And let me just say this early, in case you've never heard me say this before. Black people in America are kind-hearted people for the most part. Loving. Of course, creative. Forgiving, too forgiving if you ask me. Too forgiving by way of mysticism. Kind-hearted people and other people within the black culture take advantage. And that's how Brother Polight was able to do what it is that he has done. He accepted the responsibility. I don't give him no credit. I don't give him no fucking credit. Low-life piece of shit. I've got two other topics I'm going to talk about also this evening. 1090 Jake. Oh! Did you look into my community section? Download the paperwork now because within less than 24 hours, it will be deleted because he might call the YouTube police. Folks, in case you're new to my show, I do not beef with other social engineers, content creators, or, YouTube platforms. But this young man, who I have been watching his content for quite some time over the years, he has been telling on people. I appreciate that about him. But now paperwork has surfaced about him, not just within the last couple of days, a statement, or as he puts it, a grievance when he wrote to the warden about getting hit in the head with either a lock in the sock or a rock in the sock. Back in my days, they used to put locks in the socks. That, when you go to the county jail or Rikers Island, you put the lock from your locker in a sock and pow. but he told the warden who hit him with a rock in the sock. I don't give a goddamn if he snitched or whether he didn't snitch. I'm a proud snitch. You know this already. But with regards to the paperwork in my community section, Troll Babies, did you even look at it? He was charged with beating up the elderly, someone 65 or older. Now, I called down there today because I have the snitch network, 501c3. I had to give my information to get the information with regards to who that person was. 1090 Jake, have you addressed this yet? I'm sure you have. He's transparent of sorts, but did he tell you folks the ethnicity of the person that he was charged with battery? Was it a black mammy? Did the Caucasian beat up a black senior citizen? Is that what's in his heart? I don't see him as a Caucasian. You guys know, listen, I'm 59. Today's younger generation, I see you guys as you're all, products of the bullshit. It's a bullshit culture now. It's total bullshit. It's chaos. Somebody like 1090 Jake who has been to the penitentiary. I've never been to the penitentiary. My motto has always been, get the fuck out my way. I gladly told on people. I didn't have time to go. If you were from the inner city and if you were raised in a tall cage, we used to call the projects tall cages. Well, fuck you. You go to jail. I got living to do. I just came over here from the suburbs. Your family's probably in the fucking penitentiary, so it'll be like a family reunion for you. Your nephews, your uncles, your brother, your father. You go. Get the fuck out my way. Anyway. 1090 Jake. Did he beat up an elderly black man? Download the paperwork. Read it. Just don't fucking call up in here and, you're guessing. It's there. I didn't want to post the handwritten statement, that is circulating right now. Again, I don't give a shit if he told. I don't give a shit. He's been doing great work telling on other people. Also, coming up this evening, let me put all of my topics on the table. And guys, thank you for your donations. I just want to stay focused on my delivery for right now, and then we'll open up the floodgates, Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal, all that fly shit. Showrunner, should men still pursue women? Inspired by a young man who's got a podcast. Somebody put me up on him. I'm going to acknowledge him because that's what I do, folks. I acknowledge the younger generation. It helps me, and I want them to know, if they know of me, that I am here to, give them their props, their credit if I use anything by way of, a topic, okay? Saver Bro Show. Do you guys know who this is? Saver Bro Show. The Captain Saver Bro Show. Someone sent me an email and said, Star, haven't you been calling yourself the ultimate man for years? And I said, yeah, why? What's up? I am the ultimate man. And you guys have heard me say that there's no upgrade from me. A bitch can't upgrade after me. She can only, anyway. So this young man, I say young man respectfully, he's got ultimateladiesman.com. I think he's got a convention coming up. September the 11th through the 15th, wherever it's at. I may go, who knows? But Saver Bro Show, and he's been doing Instagram clips. So my showrunner tonight, should men still pursue women? He's a younger guy, and he and a lot of you guys today, you have to think differently from my generation. These are, and I don't want to just use the word ratchet, these are females, not necessarily ladies. And if they are vanity driven, as most people are now, up on social media, doing the most, and then they want you to pay for meals, get down on one knee, which I would never do, and then put a ring on it. I don't see how that makes sense today. And you guys have heard me speak about other things with regards to the Equal Credit Opportunity Act from 1974, women being the biggest spenders now. So that's one of my show topics. We will work on this as we go, but that's what I want to ask you. Should men still pursue women? It's a different day and time. And now you have, trans women. I ain't mad at you. I just, that's not my interest, to be respectful, okay? Should men still pursue women? Or 1090 Jake, did he beat up the elderly? Please go look at the paperwork in my community section, okay? Sit tight on the phones. Area code 770. You're up first, okay? J-Rel got your donation. Blacks always looking for a leader, okay? Thank you for your donation. Maurice got your donation. Thank you so much. Jason got your donation. F him. Brother is not polite. Adios. Yeah, he's out of here, and rightfully so. Okay, I got your email. He says, thank you for asking the question that some are scared to talk about. Appreciate you. Thank you, Maurice, for your donation, okay? J-Rel also says, Jake, take food out of black fams' mouths. I'm not tripping whether he is or isn't a culture vulture. People have said that about me for years. Born and raised in the beautiful suburbs, but Cosa Nostra land. Don't get it fucked up. I grew up on hockey, motocross, and football, but when I came to New York in 81 and then wound up, we'll just fast forward on radio in March of 2000, people said, hey, whoa. He doesn't sound like he's from hip hop. So I'm not tripping whether 1090 Jake is or isn't taking food out of black people's mouths. I'm even going to say he's hip hop. He's of the now. He's of the now. It's a different day and time. It's a different genre. So I'm not tripping off of that, but I need to know if he beat up a black person by way of the paperwork in my community section. All right, Maurice, I got your other donation. Thank you so much. And Mary, hi, Mary. Thank you. Good to hear from you as well. All right, let's go to area code 770. Good evening. It's Wednesday. Talking about a few topics. Brother Polight, low life degenerate, sentence today. Are you up to speed? 770.
Yes, sir, Star. What's going on? I'm up to speed. What's going on?
Yeah, getting to the business, sir. Where do you want to start? All
right, I'm calling in to kick Brother Polight's back in.
Okay, come on.
I'm very familiar with him. Very, very familiar with him.
Okay.
Not surprised at all by the outcome. Like you said, he should have got way more time, probably like 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Drugging a little girl, giving her alcohol.
Yeah, be careful, sir, because I don't want to have to edit things out of this particular broadcast. I want to leave it up. We know what he was convicted of. We know that.
Right.
And you don't have to agree with me, but I'm here to talk about the atmosphere of acceptance. Did you hear the sentencing today? Did you hear it? Not that you had to, just asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, I did. I definitely did. I believe the mom's soliloquy was very, very touching. It brought some salty discharge to my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was very touching, man. It was bad, and you can tell she's really hurt. She's still traumatized by it, and you still have people on the internet now asking if it's true or if it's a setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting, man.
Okay.
You see on his page he put up.
Sir, I'm not promoting his page.
And that the charges were dropped.
Sir, I'm not promoting his page. Brother Polight is a liar. A liar. I don't care about anything he says, sir. Let's have that rational conversation. Are you a father? Who am I speaking to?
Yes, I am a father. And I have a 6-year-old daughter.
6 years old. Okay. The mother spoke very eloquently. She wasn't stumbling and fumbling. I'm not sure if she had her speech prepared or not, but it was just hitting the nail on the head, mark after mark after mark. And when she started talking about she was trying to contact him over 50 times, that was a jolt, bang, with regards to his deviant behavior, as we have now come to see. Any comments on any specifics, anything in particular?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, the part where she said that the first instance that he had to get her out of the mother's hand, and what he did, that was very, that was a highlight for me in her speech. And like you said, her speech was very meticulous. I think that part of it, when she said, as soon as you got her by yourself, this is what you did. The very moment I trusted you with her, this is what you did. I think that was very telling. It's like it was so predatory of him to do that.
Yeah. She spoke about herself and the daughter moving forward in life, and they will be okay. But he is now in prison. And is there anything else that we should take away from the whole sentencing? Again, I think the mother's statement has touched all of us, by way of a rational understanding. But is there anything else with regards to that sentencing that you want to point out that bothered you? I was bothered that his legal team tried to block the audio on the Zoom. Did you catch that?
No, I actually didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't catch that at all.
Yeah.
I just heard you say that. But
okay.
I listened to it on Tony's page. He had it streaming live, but I didn't.
Tony the closer.
Yes, sir.
Good man.
Yes, sir.
Good man. Okay, well, hey, man, I thank you for chiming in. Do you know who 1090 Jake is, by any chance?
Oh, yeah, I know who 1090 Jake is.
Okay, when you get time.
I think it's ironic.
When you get time, sir, go into that community section, download that paperwork. You don't have to, agree with me, but he was charged with beating up a senior citizen. I want to get to the bottom of that, okay?
Oh, okay, I'm going to go check it out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ironic.
Okay.
All right, Star. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Troll Babies did 1090 Jake beat up a black senior citizen. Download that paperwork now! Big Eye Key tapping in. Hang on a second. I got your donation, sir. Okay. Okay. And hey, Sharice, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Go to 917. Good evening. Talking about a few topics. Are you there? Are you up to speed? 917. Yes,
That's
no, maybe?
to all the false prophets, brother.
Good evening.
That's to all the false prophets. He's a false prophet. That's to him.
Okay. Continue.
He's out here sucking the community dry. No different from a lot of other false prophets that claim they for the people and suck them dry. Like you said, the people fall for the okie doke.
Yeah.
But the brother, the fake, he's a leech, he's a parasite. We seen this coming a long time ago. I remember when he was telling people they could buy land in Atlanta and people was giving him money for it.
Right.
But they was falling for it.
Right.
Him, Sarnetta, that whole conscious community is corrupted.
Well, sir, I don't want to take shots at anybody in particular. Let's just keep it on, Brother Polight, okay? Let's keep it on Brother Polight.
Absolutely. My man, he grew off the community, took some bread, got rich, got fat, moved to Beverly Hills, and was watching basketball games courtside with the Kardashians, rocking Prada. When you got people out there that's speaking about the white man this, the white man that, but then as soon as they touch some paper, they run to spending money with the white man. You already know they false prophets. And it's sad, though, because it's those type of individuals that when they have that type of stamina, that type of character, they're intellectual, they're intelligent, they speak, make people believe them, and the people fall for it, and the people believe in them, and then they shit on the people and con the people and make it harder for the real people, the real brothers, the real sisters that's out here that's actually doing that. And it puts the community, it puts the black, the brown community backwards, like 20, 30 years backwards. And this is what these people been doing. He's been doing it. So many other individuals that's doing it. But yeah, that's Polight, man. I used to watch his videos all the time and see, like, you could just see through.
Author of 90 books.
See through him.
Author of 90 books. I couldn't find these 90. I couldn't find these 90 books, right? Author of 90 books. Where?
Right. This is what they do. This is what they do, and it always comes down to some females, some sexual abuse, sexual harassment, conning the people. It's just what it is, and you know, it's sad to say, but death to the false prophets, man. Because you got the youth out here that my man, just somebody posted something saying we don't need black community, don't need no leaders, but we actually do. That's why we still at the bottom of the barrel, you know, because we don't have the real ones stepping up, whether it's a female, whether it's a male, showing how you do it. When you got these.
Can I ask how old are you, sir? Stay with me. I want to hear you out. How old are you?
45.
Okay. In my opinion, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I don't know if the black community, quote unquote, needs leaders. I think it needs more business people, more economists, and a council, if you will. I have been talking about since what I perceive to be the demise of the hip hop culture and how it became more so of a genre, and I came to that conclusion because I've done marketing and promotion at record companies since the mid to late 80s, all the way through throughout the 90s.
Right.
There's other cultures that have councils, and you cannot have one or two people out there grandstanding, and flim-flamming, getting the bag, and then there's some type of celebrity or entertainer. That's not going to help the masses, in my opinion. There needs to be a council, a council, if you will. Hip-hop.
How do we get that?
Well, you tell me, sir. You tell me. Hip-hop has had its chance.
A lot of people got...
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of people got to get thrown off the cliff, Star, man. A lot of people got to get thrown off the cliff. You got a 300 and kick them off the cliff. A lot of false prophets, a lot of wrong people in the right positions. Too many wrong people in the right positions. And those people in the right positions got to get kicked off the cliff. Yeah. That's the only way. And people got to start realizing what's the truth and what's false. Like you said, we accept too much. People fall for the okie doke. They drink the Kool-Aid. They get bamboozled. Yeah. It's easy because it's been taught to us for so long.
Are you from the New York area, sir? You from the New York area?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, brother.
Okay.
Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Please don't call me a brother, sir. That offends me. But now listen, I have seen Dr. York and a host of others. So when I tell you I'm disgusted tonight, I really am disgusted with the atmosphere of acceptance. Brother Polight is just one of many. And there will be more after him. There will be more after him. And I'm sick of, people falling for the okie doke, the flim flam, the hustle. And I'm not going to sit here and waste time on Brother Polight. I don't give a goddamn about him. But go ahead and finish. I just want to say that I've seen this before. Well, go ahead.
Let me just say this before we leave. There's individuals like you that's in powerful positions that speak the truth. Not to jump off topic, but like on the Breakfast Show where Larry Elder, I believe his name is, how he destroyed Charlemagne. And it's things like that when you have people on platforms that have these powerful positions where the masses speak to them and the masses start believing them because they just have that influence. But like the female that's on that show, I don't know her name. She just came out the blue.
Sir, if I can interrupt and say, let's not waste time on the Breakfast Club. With all due respect,
absolutely.
No. We're going in the wrong direction. That's a monkey fest. Come on, let's not do that. I like Jess Hilarious what she does, but let's not waste time there. If you want to talk about black economists, physicists, people of that ilk, yes, but let's not waste time on the fucking breakfast.
So let me say, like you, for example, you're in a position where you have no filter. You speak the truth. You drop jewels, and you don't give a damn who you offend as long as it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like. No, sir, you're going in the wrong direction again. Star is out for self, sir. I would not be here to help. We know that, but you still,
sir,
I hear you, brother.
Sir, I would not be here to help you, and please stop calling me brother. Please stop. Sir, with all due respect, if you were on fire, I wouldn't urinate on you to help you. I got to go, but thank you.
I feel you.
Thank you. Okay. Don't look to me, goddamn. Troll babies, is my nigga 1090 Jake a senior citizen beater? Oh my God. I don't even want to call him white. He's light-skinned to me. Download the paperwork now. Right now. Hold on a second. Maurice, I got your other donation. Thank you, sir. Okay. Hey, Shanice. Yes, I'm back in New Jersey, Shanice. Thank you for your donation. Okay, you wanna buy me dinner? Can you send me a picture via email, please? I have to make sure that you're not a nigga with a wig. Okay. There's all sorts of catfish going on out here. Just thank you for your donation. Send me an email with a picture. thehater1964yahoo.com. Okay. Super G got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, Super G. Luke Caney, where are you, sir? Let's get Luke Caney on the line. Area code 310. Luke Caney, good evening, sir. Thank you for your support as always. Luke Caney.
Star, good evening, Star.
Yes,
how are you,
sir.
man?
I'm good, man. 1090 Jake, do you know who that is? Luke Caney?
I do, but I kind of want to address the other topics because I don't really,
Okay.
care for 1090, bro.
Come on.
I'm sorry, my bad.
That's okay. Come on.
Right?
Come on.
All right, man. Listen, Star, I'm a little under the weather, but I want to go in on both topics.
Come on.
So, Brother Polight, I'm glad, finally, we got him.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. Or they got him. Because this dude, he's a predator. Just like, in my opinion, the conscious community thing, whatever it is, right? I can only assume that a lot of these people in the conscious community accepted such behavior.
Luke Caney, if I can jump in for a second, I don't want to take shots at the conscious community. And let me go on record and say, for those who don't know, I don't think Sarnetta knew what Brother Polight was doing. I really don't. Just Sarnetta and I are from the same generation, and I'm not caping for him. Yes, he gave his platform to Brother Polight, but Brother Polight was very stingy with regards to Sarnetta, very stingy, and it bothered Sarnetta because, hey man, I'm here to help you, and again, Sarnetta has been over the decades helping people, not getting any money. So what I say tonight is not directed towards Sarnetta. Please go ahead.
I feel you, Star.
Go ahead.
And this is what I was leading to. The man claimed to have written 90 books.
Okay.
Are those published books? Anybody questioning him about these books? Right? Where is the intelligence in here? Right? The man goes on multiple platforms. He says he created his own language.
Yeah.
But who else speaks it, right? There is a process for something to go from a dialect, from slang to dialect to a language, right? The man went to Ohio or whatever and pretended like he was an owner on a job site. Yeah. And I take that personally because I've worked.
They were selling cargo units.
Exactly, Star. I've worked almost 15 years in industrial construction, and I know that like those type of projects are not just given to anyone.
Right.
Right? It's insulting, Star.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that this dude, and for me, right, I always look at it from kind of like the outside because
right.
It comes up on my YouTube every now and then. I'll click on it, like an hour video, and I'll watch 10 minutes. I'm like, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. Right? But he made it all the way to large platforms like the Breakfast Club and other.
It's a greedy. He's a greedy. Right? He's a greedy flim-flammer. A greedy flim-flammer. Go ahead, Luke Kenny. Go ahead.
Flim-flammer and the liar, like you said. And it's sad that there is such a culture of acceptance because this type of predatory behavior is exactly what's destroying the quote-unquote black family.
I think it's a combination of things, but I think this is a real problem because, and again, I'm not going to beat up on black people. Black people, as I said earlier.
It's not about black people.
Black people, for the most part, are good-natured, kind-hearted people. Too forgiving. Yes. So this is why you have people like Brother Polight who take advantage, and the messenger, the honorable Elijah Muhammad said the worst devil is a black devil. For those who don't know.
There you go.
Go ahead, Lucani. Go ahead.
There you go, Star. So for me, as not even somebody that I consider myself an intellectual, but just somebody that seek knowledge and watch different videos, read different books, I think that what Brother Polight was presenting and doing was insulting to whoever is following him or his purpose.
Yes.
Now, on the other topic, do men should men pursue women?
Still pursue women, inspired by a young man who is doing the damn thing. Save a Bro Show. I just became familiar with him yesterday. The Captain Save a Bro Show. UltimateLadiesMan.com. I like his swag. He's got on some fancy fucking glasses, and he's talking to young men about chasing women is not balanced and other topics. Do you know this guy?
I don't know the guy, but I would say, to answer your question,
go ahead.
I would say yes. I would say, man, you should, as a man, you should still pursue women. But I think that the difference in the 2020s or the 2010s is because women are more open-minded and they're more independent and they're working and they're in powerful positions. It's okay to be honest. It's okay to be honest with a woman, and if you're a freak or you do lines on the weekend, whatever you do, it's okay to be honest.
Okay.
And a woman is gonna show you what she's about, right? So, and at the same time, knowing the balance that women are more aggressive too at this point in history. So it's okay to take on. To be comfortable with a woman that makes more than you.
Okay.
With a woman that wants to cover the bill.
Hang on, Lucani. I want to counter what you're saying. I do have respect for you. You know this. We're at a different day and time. Never mind Star's generation. Never mind Star. Self-made. I've saved my money. I have investments outside of media. I live a comfortable life. I have a collection of classic muscle cars. I smoke fine cigars. I'm stress-free. I don't sling free dick. I've never been a sugar daddy, and I would never pay for a bitch's mani or pedi. I like women. That's important to say because you have some males who don't like women. That's a very dark place to be in. I like women, but for the most part, they are there for my leisure. For my leisure. I don't need a woman. I don't need you to cook and clean. I'm a great cook. You can, and I don't even bring women to my home for the most part. But the generation now, much younger than me, again, I'm 59, you know this. I don't think that they should be pursuing women. I think that they should now make it clear the man is the prize. There's too many plentiful women out here. There's too many. Chase you. Why? As my homie Steve the Dean Williams says from the Man Mindset Show, you're chasing my last name. Why am I chasing you? If you're not agreeable, key word, agreeable, getting married now is a bad investment. Go ahead and finish up, Lucani, please.
I agree with you 100%, Star. And that's why I was careful in my wordage. I say pursuing. Okay. I'm not okay with chasing a woman.
You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just.
Well, I know, sir, and I don't always agree with you. I'm saying it's okay to pursue women, and it's okay to be honest. Meaning, if you have your rules, like I said before, right, on the Passport Bros call, if you have your rules of your life,
right.
This is what you do. This is how you get down. Then let the bitch know this is how she's gonna have to get down if she wanna rock with you.
you said
feel me, Star?
You said let the bitch know. Yes, Luke. You said let the bitch know.
Let the bitch know. 100%. Let the bitch know. They're all bitches. They're all bitches until they have your last name. I said that before.
Nice. Thank you, Luke Kenny. Thank you for your support.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace. Okay. Luke Kenny tapping in. Mr. T, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. He says, I hope this bird-chested bean pie hustling F nigga gets his ears stomped together and folded like a lawn chair. Rest in piss, you bitch-ass nigga. Okay, he's talking about Brother Polight. Thank you for your donation, Mr. T. Guys, at the top of the live chat is the PayPal link where you can communicate with me in case I can't get to your call because I feel like talking tonight. And please hit the like button. Deeds wants me to let you guys know to hit the like button, okay? Global Media Inc., I got your donation, sir. He says, shout out to the hater in the Star Report. Okay. Yeah, man, thank you, Global Media. Do I have your new banner, man, to promote your channel? If not, send me an email, man. I mean, you've been supporting me for a while. I appreciate you, okay? Spanky Bighead, thank you for tapping in. What halfway knowledgeable person could see the shadiness seeping out of the pores of Brother Polight? Yeah. 105.1 fam says, Star, you put these people up on a pedestal, feed them, and forget they eventually have to take a dump. Okay. Not me in particular, because I don't feed niggas at all. I don't feed niggas. I don't send niggas nothing when they go to the penitentiary. Fuck out of here. Get yourself a boyfriend, you know. let him hustle for your cookies, your ramen noodles, your chips, and your state soap. Yo, I got piles and piles of this shit over here. You hurt. Yeah. Aquafina, hey baby, good to hear from you. What's happening? I was in Atlanta recently. Why didn't you holler? Nice to hear from you, and thank you for your support, darling, as always. Okay. Oh, where's Gorilla Hebrew tapping? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Where's Gorilla Hebrew? 253. Hold on. Area code 253, Gorilla Hebrew. Good evening, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, boss.
Yes, sir. Thank you for tapping in. You have the floor, please.
Yeah. Today, Brother Polight entered into a guilty plea. Mm-hmm. He was sentenced to 7 years incarceration, followed by 10 years of probation. I want everybody to note, because what I believe he's going to try to do is bank on the fact that he does not have to register as a sex offender per plea agreement.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But he does have mandatory during his 10-year probation what's called mentally disordered sex offender counseling that he has to attend. Right? He admitted in his plea agreement that the DNA could not exonerate him from the charges.
Correct.
So that's very telling.
Correct.
As well. So there were some key things, and then the charges he actually copped to carry twice the time that the initial charges were, and deal with the torture of children. And if we take a look
easy, because that algorithm is listening to everything that's being said. Easy. We don't have to go point for point.
Yes,
on
sir.
The charges.
apologies, right? But y'all can look up the statue.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
He can try to run off and spin a narrative. He's got somebody posting on his Instagram like he isn't in custody. My men were in the courtroom. They watched him go into custody. Mm-hmm. Somebody just posted on his Instagram stuff from, that was previously recorded, whatever. But, again, many of us, did presume his guilt, but of course we have to wait till facts and matters get established in the court of law before we start speaking in absolutes. And this day came, they say every dog has his day, and I don't know how. I don't know how comfortable of a sentence he's going to have, a stay he's going to have in the Florida penitentiary. You know, that remains to be seen. But
Gorilla Hebrew, if I can jump in for a second, I don't care about Brother Polight. I want to talk about the atmosphere of acceptance. I appreciate you for the details that you're giving us, and let's make sure you promote your platform as well. Hustlers, scammers, flim-flammers in the quote-unquote black community. And again, in case you didn't hear me say this earlier, black people, for the most part, are kind-hearted, good-natured people. Mm-hmm. And the Brother Polights, the Dr. Yorks, they take advantage. The Yahweh bin Yahweh. And folks, if you don't know who Yahweh bin Yahweh was, holy smokes.
Yeah, that was that dude. That was that dude.
Whoa, Dr. York was lightweight in comparison to those Florida niggas back in the 80s. Catching bodies, right?
Knocking stuff off.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Come on.
Yeah, so the atmosphere, and that's a beautiful thing. So just going back, when I first got hip to Brother Polight, to me, it was so obvious that this was, mind you, I was 23 years old at the time, 10 years ago, younger man, whatever. So to me, I'm like, it's so obvious that he's full of it, that anybody who falls for his trap deserves it. That was my mentality. Then as I got older and I matured and I really started to analyze, I'm like, nah, this is just wrong. We have to call this out. We have to come with accountability because, you know, it's like our community is just one big lick to hit. Everybody knows you can come in here, you can set up a church, you can set up a spiritual organization, you can sell drugs, you can do anything, and we're just gonna give you the money, and you can do us wrong, and we're just gonna keep like people have been saying he's a scammer for years, yet there's new victims every day of scams talking about I gave him 10,000, I gave him 100,000. How is this information out here that he does this to people, and 100,000 end up coming up missing from your account? Yeah. And how did you let that happen?
Well, what is the name of that female lawyer? She's out of New York, and she has been chasing
Akeisha or like Akeisha Baz.
Yes,
that's her name, I think.
Peace to that sister. I'm gonna say sister, even though I don't do that brother sister thing. But she has been on that nigga's neck for years. Is it?
Yeah, she was talking about a Rico. Remember she was talking about the Ricos? She said the Rico's coming, his wife is going down.
How do you spell her name? Is something Ike?
Yeah, but Ike and then space Shabazz. She should pop up.
Go ahead and talk. Let me Google her right now.
So it's we have to hold people accountable, and I want to just salute the platforms out there that shed light on people who truly are being predatory.
Go ahead.
Right? Because there are a few platforms that do it, and there are a few platforms that are just simply scammers themselves or scammer enablers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we got to watch for that because, man, we're open season. You know, we don't have the organization and the structure within our community to hold people accountable the way that we should. So we have to develop it. Like you always say, you know, hip hop is a genre, like that statement that you make, which is true. People can call it a culture, but cultures are curated. There is no cultural curation here. We need to really implement that.
It used to be a culture in the early stages, and yes, her name is Attorney Akeisha Al-Shabazz. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we got to start curating. We got to start calling these things out. We got to start holding people accountable because what happens is, you know, people will be a part of something, and the moment they get held accountable, they'll just leave and go start something else and do something else, and people will still follow them. There needs to be, you know, rules and regulations. People whose authority is respected, whose opinion holds weight, and when you know we say, hey, we're not messing with this dude no more, everybody just totally divests from him. That's what we need to go with it.
Yeah. Can you name some of the platforms? Because I'm big on, you know, acknowledging other content creators. I'm not one of those weird people who doesn't want to say names. Can you give me some of the names of the platforms that have been addressing this? I saw a couple of females platforms earlier doing great jobs. Does anybody stick out offhand?
Yeah, well, off top, we have the brother Tony the Closer has been talking about this.
Of course.
Right? A couple of the sisters who were following it initially, they fell out. They're not really making content anymore. You know, this thing is drug out about 2 years. So you know, everybody didn't follow up with it. Everybody maybe didn't stay in the content game. If I could just plug myself, I do want to very non-biasedly say that I believe that I have had the most comprehensive coverage of this.
Okay.
From start to finish, just honestly,
okay.
Going into as much as I could. Brother Garfield did as well, and you know, I really appreciate you for taking up for the brother Sonetta, because people are trying to blame him somehow for this, which is frankly ridiculous. He came out today and said he said he want Polight in front of a damn firing squad, right?
Salute to Sonetta and Nepal. Did I say her name right? Nepal?
Yeah, in Nepal. Yeah, Nepal. That's my sister, man. That's been my sister.
Salute to both of them. I like the way she calls Sonetta King. Okay. I don't think Sonetta had any knowledge of what Polight was doing. Sonetta was trying to help him, but you know, Polight was just reckless. But hang on a second. I want to acknowledge I Smoke Hip Hop, of course. And there was a couple of females platforms that I saw earlier.
Yeah. It was, I'm not remembering, but big up to I Smoke Hip Hop. They was in my live chat earlier, and I knew I recognized them from the Star platform.
Queen's Throne Queen's Throne, putting it down. Tanya TKO. There's a lot of people who are talking about this, and I like the social. Social engineers who really do deep dives. You know, radio and television is just gonna skirt over this. They're not gonna do deep dives. But there's some females who I was watching some of their lives earlier, and they were going in. I'm gonna see if I can find some of their names again as I continue on. But go ahead, Gorilla Hebrew, promote your platform, please, man, before you go.
Yeah, definitely. My main YouTube page is Sakari, Sicarii. Y'all can go on there. I was live earlier on this. We have a whole playlist called Polight Exposed, and you can go on that playlist and get all the comprehensive coverage from literally the day, probably either the day or the day after Tasha K initially broke this story, all the way up into today. We dive deep on, show all kind of things in the archives that a lot of people brushed over or forgot about. I got, you know, I'm somebody, I didn't smoke weed coming up, none of that. I got a tremendous memory, and I remember a lot of things that a lot of people might have brushed over, which are pertinent to this entire situation. So I definitely encourage everybody to check it out, and always salute, man. Big up to Star.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
All right. Cool.
Gorilla Hebrew tapping in. Sweet Ma for Life. You guys make sure you check out her platform. She does the damn thing. Okay. Sweet Ma for Life. Okay. Can you guys give me some other names of content creators that have been on top of this early today? I'm not one of those weirdos who doesn't want to acknowledge people, okay? Hold on a second. Cynthia G. Cynthia G always putting it down. Salute to her. Captain Tazariak, of course. That is the homie, Captain Tazariak. I see Gully TV has addressed this. Doggy Diamonds, salute to Doggy Diamonds. MREC TV, okay. And a host of others. I thought I saw Hip Hop Uncensored as well somewhere there. Okay. And there's Hassan Campbell. Hassan, is Hassan going in? I hope he is. Wait a minute. Area code 904. That looks like Florida Boy J tapping in on a Wednesday evening. Yes, no, maybe. FBJ.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, Star.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you seen it, if the people seen it. Brother Polight was in the VIP last night with the sparklers and the bottles and the hose, talking about charges dropped. He was celebrating, turning up, and this morning he turned himself in.
Pump faking.
But as a nigga,
pump faking till the end.
Pump faking. Hey, you know when he gotta get his last shine time before he get the clanker.
Right.
Start singing. We don't have to take our clothes off. to have a good time. You know, he's never next to you. Yeah.
And some cherry wine.
Wine.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah. All that sweet shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad for cussing, but
it's
you know,
okay.
it's about time this case has finally come to an end with Brother Polight. He's had a long history of contradicting himself, embarrassing himself, and I think this right here is finally going to put the last nail in the coffin. We will not have to deal with any more problematic issues or situations with this thing. He's going to be talking from the toilet seat where they put styrofoam cups in and talk to the people on the other door. He's on some other type of time.
Well, truthfully, I'm looking past Brother Polight. Right now, he's small potatoes. I want to see him tell on whoever, may have known about his behavior and activity. I want to see other people in handcuffs. I'm saying tonight that I think that he was supported by an atmosphere of acceptance. That's the main takeaway tonight that I want to get across. Go ahead.
And with the atmosphere of acceptance is the same atmosphere of acceptance with the R. Kellys, with, like you said, David Koresh earlier, Jim Jones. Some people know how to charm and disarm black people with mysticism and spirituality. And anytime you hear a ashy nigga who ain't shaved talk about Magaroot or a black seed oil, it's automatic. Oh, he's true. Oh, next CBC. We're looking for a black savior, like J. Edgar Hoover said. But that turns out in the long run to be niggas' biggest detriment because you're so open to guidance. You allow anyone to guide you, regardless of their track record or character.
Right. Yeah, man. So, he's been sentenced, and I heard him call himself Michael Noak. We've been saying Michael Nowak. Did you catch that, or was that an audio glitch? I could have swore he said his name was Michael Noak. I hate him, Mr. Nothing.
Yeah, I think Michael Noak. That's the same thing I heard. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I said before, a salute to the justice system. Salute to putting people like that up. And at the end of the day, we have to look at ourselves to allow him and other, I won't mention anybody else's name, but other grifters of the black community who come in, make a bag, and then still do foul things. And because we like to say, it's not a lot of us left doing the work, or there's not a lot of us sacrificing for the greater cause of black people, niggas love to turn a blind eye as long as they get the bag, some clout, or some motion. Everybody has their head in the sand. As long as the collection plate's getting passed around, we all got our hand in it.
Right. Florida boy Jay, let's you and I take some time here. Don't follow my lead. Not that you have to, because you are in Florida. 1090 Jake is in Florida. I sent you some paperwork, from the Snitch Network. You're not a snitch, but I'm a proud snitch. 1090 Jake, did you see the paperwork I sent you with regards to the felony charge for beating up the elderly once upon a time?
Am I allowed to go into a little bit of detail on what was in that paperwork?
Please, it's in my community section. Go ahead.
Okay, so from what I'm surmising, he ran down to a woman left her garage door open, and it was her and her husband. He ran down in there and opened a can of whoop ass over pills because he was selling the woman cocaine and drugs. And she tried to
hang on. We don't know that for certain. I just want to focus on the beating up the elderly. Do you have that information about coke and all that sort of jazz? Is that what he's saying, or is that where are you getting that from?
That's in the paperwork. The paperwork does state that the relationship was that the woman who allegedly left the garage door open, her and her husband lived there, she knew Jake through Jake's mother. According to the information. Yeah. And according to the information, she was purchasing things from Jake and decided that she did not want to do business anymore because she wanted to go in a different direction in her life. Yeah. And because Jake got mad, threatened her, according to the paperwork, multiple times, and was hanging around the house on the same day. So when she left, him and somebody else ran in there. The man in there with the cane tried to hit him with the cane. They
beat his ass, and he has to get a hip replacement. Like he fractured his hip.
Yeah.
The old man.
Now, hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay. I don't care about none of that. I really don't. Let him work that out and explain that. Did according to the paperwork and what happened with that particular case, did he cop out? Was he convicted of beating up a senior citizen, someone over 65? That's all I want to focus on.
Yes. According to the paperwork, yes, he was.
Yeah.
2014.
His story could be total bullshit, or maybe it's true. I don't know. But does it specify? Well, yeah, I already know. Does it specify in that paperwork? Because I just put it up there. If that person was black or Caucasian, it doesn't say, right?
Black.
Easy, FBJ. Where you going?
He ran down on some niggas for the pill. What we talking about?
This nigga's spoiling everything.
This is Florida. Niggas running down for, the painkillers, the perks, the tabs. This is Florida. This is a Medicaid fraud central. This is where the white boys gonna crash out about them pills, man. What we talking about, Star? What we doing?
Okay, so listen, I sent you other documents. If you want to post them in your community section, let me know so we can promote your platform. I just wanted to post that one document because, listen, he's trending. And we have to know who he really is. I don't care if he told or not. Did you see? Well, you know what? You did send me his handwritten statement to the warden that he's saying was a grievance. He said, no, it's not snitching. Y'all wouldn't know if you've never been to prison. Any comments on that?
Yes, absolutely. My comments on that is the best thing about his handwritten statement is we have the CO statement to compare. And the CO statement witnessing was that him and another inmate were having a fight. It was mutual combat. They both had situations, right? But 1090Jake's statement clearly portrays himself as the victim and states who attacked him and what he attacked him with and sent that to the warden.
Right.
Last time when you identify somebody or person of a crime to authority, that is snitching 101. We're not moving goalposts. We're not playing limbo.
Yeah.
Snitching is snitching.
Snitching. Yeah. He's saying it's a grievance, Nah. I had to get out of that situation, So I just want, that's what the internet is talking about now. But I'm more so focused on the senior citizen. Go ahead and finish up, please.
And, it would be different if he came out like a Charleston White and glorified snitching and went ahead and started getting all these niggas paper around it up and build a platform.
Right.
It would be different if he was Star, with the 50C3. I had a company and made a movement to stop snitching and then start snitching. But you portrayed yourself as a nigga who held it down, was solid, and now you're an avenging niggas who done got snitched on, let alone find out you big rat. You eating cheese. Come on, man. What we doing?
If you ask me, 1090 Jake is a light-skinned nigga, but hey, man, I appreciate you. You went live recently on your platform?
Yeah, we went live about like 2 hours ago. Did a 2-hour jam-packed show. Okay. We broke down Rick Gate with the Somalian woman. We played the footage. We got the coverage.
Right.
We broke down the Diddy giving out royalties and amongst a bunch of topics. Sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and send the new episode to you in email. We're going to get that community section.
Send me a picture.
You have a great night, man.
Hold on. With regards to the Brickgate, I saw a video recently where someone was saying that lump on the side of her face was makeup, and she put that on, and she was wearing that mask in the club, and that was already there. And then she took that off after the club in the parking lot, turning up, and it's a hoax. That's what I saw.
Star, I broke that video down amongst the Somalian men who were there on the scene.
Okay.
We did an hour's worth of coverage. Go if you want to get the full scoop, just go ahead, to Florida Boy J on YouTube.
You got it.
Subscribe. We're gonna be a community section popping off. I'm gonna holler at you, man. You have a great
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right. The check-in report, I got you donation. Star, would you say his other wives, Brother Polight, he's talking about, are a part of the atmosphere of acceptance. I believe they are posting for him. Possibly. If he's a cult leader of sorts, and I think that there's a very good chance because he comes from the Dr. York school. And if memory serves me correctly, Brother Polight never met Dr. York. Never met him. So he was really brainwashed. Unless he met him later on in life, I don't know. I don't know who's a part of his atmosphere of acceptance, but I do believe that there were people who had knowledge of his behavior. You can't suppress that type of sickness. He's sick. You know? Sexual deviant desires. Somebody took part, if you ask me. I have no proof, but somebody took part and, may have been out there trying to bring in certain minors, male or female, Anybody have any knowledge of other possible victims? Now's the time. Come forward. Let me also say, I just went on this attorney's page, attorney Aikisha El Shabazz. I've seen her before over the years. This would be the perfect time for her to bring charges against Brother Polight. Because if he gets arrested again, then he has to possibly do the maximum time. Yes, no? You guys up to speed? Am I saying that right? Let me put her YouTube page in my live chat. Does anybody know this woman? She's the truth. I've seen her before. She gets busy. She was representing people that were claiming Polight scammed them. I saw some guy claiming he sent Polight $125,000 and Polight kept telling him, stick with me, I got you, yada, yada, yada. Guap the Math Tutor got your donation. Did you see the video where Kanye West's wife? Sir, nobody gives a goddamn about Kanye West, sir. I don't care about that nigga. Something on a boat. His ass was exposed. His wife was supposedly topping him off. Who gives a goddamn? Is that what you're talking about, sir? Nigga trying to sell slave clothing to people. Meanwhile, he's out here walking around barefoot. Fuck out of here. Let me see if she's got an email address too. I should email her. Give me a second, guys. JW got your donation. Are we talking about Tony the Closer? Sir, I want to stay focused. I got your donation, but I want to stay focused on Brother Polight, 1090 Jake, and my other showrunner. Hold on a second. Should men still pursue women? Okay. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Let's go to area code 586. Hold on a second. Good evening, 586. It's Wednesday. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 586.
Star.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
This is Russell from Durham, North Carolina. Calling in, wanted to talk about one of your topics.
Okay.
Brother Polight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I was listening to you talking about the atmosphere of acceptance.
Yeah.
And I just think that the atmosphere for acceptance in reference to that behavior and those convictions, it goes on both sides. There's an atmosphere of acceptance on the criminal justice side. I just think if Brother Polight's defendant and family were for instance, like a white Jewish family, would that plea deal be on the table? And would he be able to take it without being a registered offender? And it just seems as if that sends the message of acceptance that type of behavior the sentencing. Everyone's sort of under consensus that the sentencing should have been harsher, and that that acceptance as if, oh, you can take a plea deal, you can get 7 years. And from the parent side, I understand they have in those type of situations, there's a minor involved, so you want to try to move past and just try to get going with life itself all over again.
Okay.
And then that leads to where you don't really want to push it. You don't want to put the victim out on Front Street to be badgered by the press. So it's like an atmosphere acceptance on both sides. I think.
Okay. If I can jump in, because I want to be as truthful, of course, but when you're referring to the small hats, there's so many different types of people of the Jewish culture. You do know that, yes? There's not just one group.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
How old are you, sir?
So, like,
how old are you?
Well,
how old are you?
It's like the atmosphere.
Sir, how old are you? How old are you?
44.
Okay. Do you know what an Ashkenazi is?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't do hang on. I don't do hypotheticals, so I can't really answer your question per se. But let me just say this: there are certain groups that stick together and they unify with regards to certain tragedies or certain legal situations, and I can't hate on them for that, sir. At some point, if you're talking about black, FBA, non-FBA, get unified. Everything shouldn't be a goddamn conspiracy. Everything shouldn't be, doubting someone. We have students of perpetual doubt being raised every day in the quote unquote black community. Students of perpetual doubt, and they love conspiracies because they don't like to read. Would you agree on that?
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
So I can't hate on the small hats or whatever fraction of that particular culture that you're speaking about. I don't have to cape for them, but I don't know. We're talking about Brother Polight right now, a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, sir.
Yeah.
He's been sentenced.
And,
go ahead.
And you're right. And like I said, I'm from the South. I probably should have just said white woman. I don't think Brother Polight at the end of the day also no one wants. It's like we're trying to create like this allure as if, and you identified exactly who and what he is. I'd like to see him be on the registry. But at the end of the day, I think Brother Polight's just a common criminal from Brooklyn.
Okay.
And he's at his card punched. I would like to see him on the registry. I don't know how far this is going to go, but yeah, I'm glad they got him off the streets for whatever time they could get him off the streets, and maybe he'll violate his probation and they can extend that sentence. Yeah. But there's an atmosphere of acceptance, and we need to, because in the black community, a lot of that stuff's not even really reported.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm not going to hold up the line. I know you got tons of people calling in, man. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening. Thank you. Guys, I have a new sponsor, and I'm going to get them on the line either tomorrow or Friday, okay, a security company. Please check them out in my community section, okay, susglobalenterprises.com. I say again, susglobalenterprises.com. Okay, Florida Boy J, thank you. Yeah, I'm not promoting anything that Brother Polight was doing before his sentencing. There's other people who have sat back and watched him do what it is that he has been doing, clearly. Guys, make sure you check out Cross the Line Radio with Captain Tazariak, okay? Cross the Line Radio. He's called into the show. Great man. I have a lot of respect for him, okay? Hold on a second, just to finish the episode. Okay, that's one of my sponsors. Mr. Anderson's News. I got your donation. Thank you. Polight is getting the RR transferred to the Bing. Okay. Thank you. Is it Tehran? Hey, Tehran, I got your donations. Lou Star just got my coffee mug. Thank you for your purchase of the merch. You are appreciated. Tehran, I hope I said your name right. Who is this here? Is this area code 934? Good evening. Are you there? 934, talking to my brother Polight. Out of here. Out of here.
How's it going, Star?
It's going, sir. How are you?
I called to talk about how you doing? I'm doing good. I wanted to talk about 1090 Jake. I don't really know who Brother Polight is.
Okay.
I don't know too much about him.
Come on.
But I just like, you see how you got excited when Bimmy, when all that stuff come out. When I saw this about him, I felt the same way, because this dude, his whole thing is just exposing people how they're like, this person's not right and this person's not right. But you up there beating up somebody's grandparents for some perks.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, it's kind of messed up. It's like all these people who come out with the woke culture, like, oh, look at this person, this comedian said this and that, and then they go pull up to old Twitter them and they saying some wow, they saying the N-word, they saying some wild shit.
Yeah.
He's that type of person. He found his hustle, and he figured that, he can expose, all these rappers, and now it's just his turn. It's his turn to get exposed. That's all it is.
Well, I'm not concerned with whether he did or didn't snitch. I don't give a goddamn, but, I'm combing through the paper.
Yeah, I don't care either, bro.
I'm combing through the paperwork.
Shout out to all the truth tellers.
Well, we're not doing shout-outs here on this platform, but I saw that he caught a battery charge on a person older than 65 years of age, and I got more information. I'm trying not to, just put it all out there, because I want people to download the paperwork. It's in my community section, and read it. That bothers me. If you were beating up on senior citizens, come on, man. That's low life shit. That's low life shit. It's like a motherfucker snatching a pocketbook and slugging the lady because she won't let go. Huh?
Yeah, that's the type of person that'll hit a kid too. That's not theirs. That'll beat up a little kid. You know what I mean? If you hit somebody that's like weak and feeble, what's stopping you from hitting a little kid?
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? Like, how can you hit just an old person? That most old people are calm anyways. You know what I mean? Like, even like I live in New York, and I have old people who might be a little less fortunate living in the streets, and they might get a little violent for no reason. And in my head, I still have the decency to be like, all right, let me leave this guy alone. Right. You know what I mean? He's an old guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's obvious this guy probably had like a drug problem. You know what I mean? But still, like that goes to show the type of person he is. Why not rob real drug dealers? Why are you robbing old people? Why are you running up in the retirement home?
Right.
Run up in the trap house.
Right. Yeah. So, hey man, I appreciate the call.
As far as
anything else?
Hey, thank you, Star, man. I've been rocking with you for a while, man. Since the busy old days and Shot 97, all that, man. Salute to you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I'm rocking with you, man.
Yes, sir.
Can I promote my podcast real quick?
Well,
cool,
have you sent it a donation before? So what are we doing?
If I send in a donation afterwards.
Let's get him out of here. We should start that stumble. Yo, that means no, I've never sent it a donation. Fuck out of here, man. I don't got no fans, man. Permission to speak. Where are you? Area code 252. I don't see in the queue. I see a 272. Area code 272. Is that permission to speak? Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, what's going on, Star? What's going on, Star?
Is that you? Permission?
Yeah, man.
Is that you? Permission to speak?
Nah.
Okay. How are you, sir?
Nah.
Where do you want to start? It's cracking.
Nah, but yeah, but Star, he was on grimy shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not only that, what you said earlier, if you listen to that mother talk, it hits you. Because as a parent, it resonated with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you
gut-wrenching.
Own kids.
Gut-wrenching. Caught everybody off guard, including me. I said, whoa.
And I'm going to tell you this.
Come on.
That came from the heart.
From the heart.
That came from the heart. She ain't had to write nothing, because she knew exactly what she wanted to say, and she said it. Yeah. So when you heard it, you was like, it made you look at him like, I don't want to say it out on here, but it made you look at him different.
Be careful.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
And at the end of the day, he got to live with the choices he made. He got to live with that. Every day he wake up and every day, you know what I'm saying, when he come home, he got to live with them choices he made and stuff. But, more power to his, the mother for standing there and saying what she had to say. 'Cause a lot of people can't do that. You know what I'm saying? She ain't reading nothing. She just went straight to the heart and the gut.
Yeah.
And something else you said, you had up there about men might, do you think men's going to still date women?
Well, hang on a second. Hang on. I like to give props where props should do. There's a young man who's got a platform called Savor Bro Show, and I just became familiar with him a couple days ago. He does content trying to help males become men, because not every male is a man. And the topic that I created by way of what he has been talking about: should men still pursue women? If you ask me, I say no. But then again, I'm from an older generation. I think women are toys.
You definitely want to continue to pursue a woman.
Why?
It's just the picking line is slim now.
Why? Tell us why.
Because the problem with that is now is more like there's no understanding with a lot of these women out here. A lot of women want to be in control. A lot of women want to be the man in the relationship, right? So now when you go out there dating somebody, it's hard now because it's a limit of time. It's a limit of females you can pick now. But for females, it's not a limit of them picking a guy. So now when you say it like that, yeah, guys gonna still want to date women. But now you got to watch.
Sir, let's be specific here. My question is, should men still pursue? I'm not saying you can't date them, but I think that they should choose you now. How old are you?
Me, I'm 42.
Okay, so you're older.
No, and actually,
the question.
I would rather. Here's the thing. I would rather a woman pursue me than me pursuing her.
Bingo.
Because if you pursue her, she feel like she's the catch and she's the prize.
Well,
I would rather be the prize than let her be the prize.
Mm-hmm. Even if she is a keeper, you have to ask yourself, what is the ROI on her? The ROI is?
No, you see.
Return on investment. Okay?
And when you say that, that is a strong word to use because you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Because you want to know, what is my investment in being with this woman?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. Everybody wants to be with somebody for a reason and a purpose. And some people got motives why they want to be with somebody. Yeah. But now, with everything that's going on in the world, nah, I ain't trying to go out there looking for her. She got to come looking for me.
Yeah.
Because if she looking for me, what are you trying to gain from me? If I'm looking for you, I know what I want already. But what do you want from me if you coming out trying to holler at me? So now the game has changed, but you got guys going to still do it. But me, I'd rather me be the prize. Let her come in and choose me. Let her come and seek me than me going out there seeking her. There's nothing wrong with a man going to seek a woman. But if she come and seek you, you the investment now. So what do you want in me than me wanting in you?
Okay. I thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm the catch, I mean, you're going to spend on a female no matter how you slice it, You're going to spend, She's going to smile in your face. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be receptive when she tries to, finesse you. Oh, I need some money for my mani and pedi. I got to get a hot oil treatment. I got to get my edges done. I got to look right for you, daddy. She's going to say all that shit. I'm not saying you have to be hardcore, all the time. I mean, but you have to look at, the ROI, return on investment. I mean, because, she's deteriorating. She's like a car. Every day it loses its value. Unless if it's a classic car. You see, I have a collection of classic cars from the mid-'60s into the early '70s. The value on them always goes up. But, if we're talking about younger models, newer models, they depreciate. They've got all sorts of fucking sensors, the new relay systems. Oh, them motherfuckers look hot. But in reality, if you're pushing a 66 Corvette, whoo, it's different, okay? Guys, thank you for your support. Bear with me. I want to get back to some of our topics, and I want to promote some of my sponsors here. Mr. Skyler Saunders, do you want to tap in, sir? We've always got time for you. Let me get David's information on the screen. Guys, this is a great book. Trust me, I read it. Pick up a copy and check out his YouTube channel as well, okay? youtube.com/@DVD1646. Okay? Tell him I sent you. Rory, sit tight. I see. Okay, Rory's tapping in. Hold on. Is it Maya? Maya says, men love trying to be a woman. Choose me. Okay. Did I read that right? That's how you typed it. Men love trying to be a woman? Okay. Thank you, darling, for your donation. I think, Rory, hold on. Let me get Rory on the line fast because I didn't see him on hold. The white Denzel, Rory tapping in. What's cracking, was shaking, was popping, Rory.
What's up, big dog? What's going on?
Hey, I thought about you earlier, man, because there's something going on there's some type of New York City new regulations with regards to Airbnbs. Do you know about this?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't do an Airbnb. Yeah, I don't do an Airbnb. I got a spare bedroom, but I don't rent it out or nothing like that.
Right.
I keep that shit spare for for the host, for the family, whatever.
Right. Well, we can talk.
But yeah, I'm not really into Airbnb, man.
Well, we can talk about it another time, but just so you'll know, New York City introduces new Airbnb regulations. They want to stop people from going away for weekends, renting out their apartments unless they register with the city, because there's a huge imbalance with regards to the housing, apartments, and it's crazy. But anyway, what do you want to start, man? What do you want to talk about, Rory?
Yeah, so all of that is about revenue. That's more like bureaucracy on the city, because they're spending all this money on these illegal aliens. So they got to make up the revenue somewhere. Like they're spending crazy money on these illegal aliens. So what they're doing is they're trying to charge people to bring their car anywhere below 65th Street, or they're trying to put a regulation on Airbnb. So they're just trying to bring any kind of tax revenue they can.
Right.
Because we got these weirdos.
Well, now hang on. It has more to do. It has more to do with legislation and the housing crunch. But let's come back to that if you're not fully up to speed. Brother Polight is my topic tonight. 1090 Jake, and a few other things. Where do you want to start, Rory?
Yo, Florida got to take the L. I was going to say black people got to take the L tonight, but both of them. Florida black people got to take the L tonight. Florida black people got to take the whole L.
Explain.
Explain. I'm with the 1090 Jake shit.
Okay.
I just touched on the brother Polight real quick. Like, that's nasty, bro. Like, no grown man, no real man would ever accept a plea deal, being accused of anything like that, who has any kind of morals or values, or no man would ever take a plea deal. I don't care if I'm looking at till the sun burns out. We're going to take that to trial because I didn't do that. I would never do something like that. And if you take a plea deal on
hang on, Rory. Hold on. He accepted and admitted to, at the sentencing, that there was no DNA evidence to disprove the allegations and the charges, meaning he acknowledged that his DNA was on the minor. So you're saying take it to trial. That sounds hot. But if he would have taken it to trial and blew trial, if memory serves me correctly, looking at 61 or 62 years. Go ahead.
Well, the reason I said that is because the whole time he maintains his innocence and said none of that was true. Like he would never do nothing like that. That's why I said you would take it to trial. But yeah, of course, the man is guilty. He accepted a guilty plea.
Yeah.
He's guilty, and you just put the icing on the cake. There's forensic evidence saying he did what he's accused of doing.
Yeah.
So him, and people like him, they don't really need to be around no more. If you get what I'm saying. They don't really need to be around no more.
Easy. Go ahead.
But I will say this about that cat. It's weird, but I traveled around the country. If you're from New York, if you're from New York City, some of these guys could talk you out of your life savings, man. You will bring them into your house, invite them into your house, into your family's house, and they will end up taking your life savings. It's just, when you go to other parts of the country, it seems like people are on a more, I don't want to be disrespectful, but like a slower pace or like a more honest pace or something like that. But you get some cats up here, and if you're born and raised there, you can see it from a million miles away. But, he's on the internet, so he didn't do that in New York. He didn't do that in New York. He goes out of state. He lives out of state. And that's where he caught his case. Okay. And, I think he took advantage of
clearly, he was convicted and sentenced. Now, hang on a second. Are you up to speed, Rory, on 1090 Jake? I got the paperwork in my...
the 1090 Jake. Yeah. Oh, here we go, another L.
Wait a minute.
Did they say he beat up old black people? That's what they said.
Rory, did you see the paperwork? It's in my community section.
Yes, I saw it.
Did you download it? Because after the show, deleting it because he will call the YouTube police. I would.
Yo, I seen it, but it didn't. The only thing, the only thing it didn't specify is like the race that I saw. It didn't specify the race of the people. It said he had a aggravated assault on a person 65 or older.
Battery.
Which is a charge.
Battery.
Yeah, battery, you're right. And it said he had a home invasion on the same people.
Yeah.
And then, he goes to jail and he becomes a blood. He's in a black gang. He's on the street. Yeah, he's on the street and he's assaulting old black people. Old black
mammy.
And then he goes to jail. Yeah, come on, that's some sucker shit.
Shit.
White guys like that are the ones that me and my friends always beat up. White guys who are like, I only hang out with black people, and they try to wear a do-rag, and they try really, really hard to be down with black people. Those are the ones that were like, we'll wait until like all the black guys are gone, and then they're by themselves around us and shit, and we'll beat the shit out of them. I swear on my life. In Elmont, that's what we used to do. When I came out to Long Island, that's what we used to do. If you're cool, I swear. If you're cool and you're real, black people love you. Black dudes love you. Like, you listen to your Led Zeppelin.
You got a lot of black people that fuck with you, Rory, on this show here.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to be nothing I'm not. Right. That's why.
Right.
You know, right. I'm not trying to be nothing I'm not. I would never walk around with a goddamn do-rag. I might have a couple of black guys on the job that yell at me like, yo, we're trying to listen to that Led Zeppelin, Rory. You got to turn that. We got to put hip-hop on. I'm like, all right. But I'm not trying to be a phony. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
This 1090 Jake, that's just funny as hell, man. He had some beating up old black people, and he's the biggest wigger you ever.
Allegedly, it was an old black female. Allegedly, but not.
That's the realest white thing he ever did in his life, you know.
He's got to address this if he hasn't already. Troll Babies has 1090 Jake addressed beating up the senior citizen. Troll Babies.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna come out with some old, you know, people will come on. He got a little money. He got a little clout on the YouTube, so he's gonna have a lot of channels like, you know, rocking with him. You know, it's the same thing with like Eminem. When they say Eminem's the #1 rapper, it's like, come on, man. All these people that are saying that on the internet are like from England and Scotland and all these. All right.
Hey, Rory, did you ever hear that track with Eminem back in the days? It was a cassette where he said, "I ain't down with that nigga shit." You ever heard that?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, he was busted on some black girl, right? I remember that. And I see so many people called 1090 J.
Troll Babies. Anybody ever hear the old track with Eminem? It was a cassette. He said, "I ain't down with that nigga shit."
Yeah, Star, yo. Yo, Star, if you're a white boy and you're scared to say the N-word, then you're not real. You're not real. You know, if
folks, the show's going left.
Start busting on you. Yeah, but if they start calling you a cracker or start saying some old crazy white shit to you, if you ain't scared to call them a moolie or the N-word, then you're not a real white boy. You're not a real white boy.
Rory, did you ever hear, what was that that video with Justin Bieber? He said, "Why are black people scared of chainsaws?" You ever see that?
No.
Run, nigga, run, nigga.
Right. Yeah, right. He's another, like, he's real safe. Like, he's like a real safe white guy. Like,
there's a video with him saying it. He said that. He said, "Why are black people afraid of chainsaws? Run, nigga. You know what? When white guys go to jail, right? There's always like 1 or 2 white dudes that you'll see. You'll be like a blood, or be like always hanging with the black dudes and stuff like that. And I swear to God, there'll be like 3 or 4 of us, like white dudes, just, you know, in the cut. We outnumbered. You know, might get picked on a little bit. We got to fight for our shit. But those are the white guys that are like the softest, the ones who go over to the other side and just pretend like there's something they're not. You know what I mean? Rory, I got to cut you short, man. King Simon has been on hold, man. You good otherwise?
Yeah.
Right. I'll be in New York.
Everything's good,
I'll be in New York next week, man. Be in New York next week.
All right, man. Be good.
All right, cool. Where is King Simon? 347. Where's King Simon? 347. This might be him right here. King Simon, is that you, sir? 347. Tapping in.
Greetings, sir. How you doing?
Good to hear from you, man. I saw you earlier. And I saw you were talking with Sarnetta, and I appreciate everything you said. I don't want to, put you in a certain place and position, but Brother Polight, sentenced.
Yes, sir.
Where do you want to start, King Simon?
Brother, you know where I was. I'm still in loop, and I'm not going to go the same way I went on Sarnetta's show. But I was on your show a year and a half. A year and a half. Yeah.
It's okay.
Say again.
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was on your show about a year and a half, and when this all was, a lot of stuff was breaking out, and I said, if he's arrested or charged with all of that. He got to go where he's supposed to go, because we don't celebrate, we don't support that stuff.
Right.
And I spoke about my mother going through it, and my family, certain women in my family, and back in those days they had to hide that stuff, but now it can come out. And I've been in communities under Dr. York, and we go into these organizations to support, because we go in there wholeheartedly. I went under Dr. York when I was 16 and 17, and going with pure hearts.
Right.
And it was because an elder brought Polight to me that I respected. That's why I started doing the metaphysic and spiritual promotions with him. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I seen him treat his children very well. Yeah. That's all I see. I didn't see the rest of it after he went to Hollywood and started making a lot of money. I didn't see all of that. Right. So I seen the good, but I didn't know this was going to mount up to what it is today, to the point that woman was supposed to be his wife, making him money. Mm. People keep on forgetting that was one of his quote-unquote wives, making him money. And he has a daughter the same age, a biological daughter the same age of the woman, the little girl that he touched. Yeah. So my heart goes out to that girl and her mother. Heart goes out to his children, because now they're losing a father.
To his children, I thought about Polight's. I thought about Polight's beautiful daughter,
that's what I'm saying
today.
What I'm saying.
What a nice, young female she is. I've seen her on videos and well mannered. I feel bad for her.
Yeah,
feel bad for her. Go ahead.
I was there when the oldest daughter was learning Hebrew and Arabic and all kinds of stuff. Right. When he was just in a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah. I've seen this. I've held that child. Yeah. Even the 2 girls that he was raising with the other mother, with one of his ex-wives, they was good. He was teaching them how to cook. He was showing them how to make money, writing books. And that's why he fooled a lot of us. And I'm tired. My heart hurts, Star, because we didn't see it. We didn't catch it.
Right.
We didn't eliminate it.
If I can
painful, because like I said, my mother went through it.
Yeah, if I can jump.
My own mother went through it.
If I can jump, and I
saw
go
ahead,
you. No, it's okay.
I'm good.
I saw you speaking with Sarnetta earlier and Nepal, and
yes, sir.
Yeah, what you were saying, man, was also very gut wrenching. Along with the mother of the minor that Polight did.
Yes, sir.
Accept the plea deal with regards to. The atmosphere of acceptance is real, man, and having gone through not just the Africa Bambaataa story that I broke, and the reason why I broke that, this is because most people, most journalists, nobody wanted to touch this because they were too connected to hip hop. Nobody was, objective. Bambaataa dismissed all platforms, all journalists. He went to Lisa Evers first. Then he went to Ed Lover.
Yep.
And the atmosphere of acceptance with regards to people who admitted they knew what he was doing. I'm talking about the elders, the pioneers. It's just, it's hard to watch and to realize that. So Brother Polight, I am saying that there was an atmosphere of acceptance with him as well. And I hope that the quote unquote black community learns from this. Learn from this. Let's not just get caught up on Brother Polight. Learn from what he has been able to do and the horse shit that he has been shoveling on social media over the years. Pure horse shit. Go ahead, sir. King Simon.
And and I sent you the music video he put out. I said, check this out, Star. You remember I sent you that the other night.
I posted it. I posted his video so people could get at him. Not to support him.
Yeah. He's trying to celebrate, and he knows he was going the next day. He just took that video out.
Clown shit.
He's trying to celebrate like all things are dropped, and then you're going, and you were about to go in.
Clown shit.
And that's all cap. That's all cap. That's all illusion.
All cap.
All illusion.
Yeah.
All of it. And I commend you. I commend people like Layla Wills for doing what she does.
Absolutely.
And Yeah, I gotta commend and people like Amani, what's his name, Khalil Amani.
Khalil Amani.
All these people that pulled. Dr. York's son Jacob. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's right. People like him, and it's because of those whistleblowers, so to speak, and that sometimes it makes the world a little bit better.
Yes.
Because we're trying to, and like I said on Sonetta, I said I remember going to Jamaica. And I have to give the slippers to my uncle and give him a cigar and give him this and treat him like the male figure in my family. But yet I find out later that when she was younger, he was raping her, my mother.
Right.
And that's painful to find out. To this point, she never got married again. And she will never tell her cousins it happened because she never wanted no trouble.
Right.
They hold these things in, and it's painful because to this day, Star, my mother don't hug me correctly. As a boy child. She give me sideways hugs. She give my sister embracive hugs. She give me sideways hugs.
Yeah.
That's painful. To what these people have done to women. From back in the Caribbean, in Africa, in America, I don't care what Tariq Nasheed be saying about FBA. They suffering from it too. Let's stop fronting. Stop fronting. Puerto Ricans, white folks, everybody's suffering from it. We got to stop it. But I appreciate your platform, man. Let me not.
Yeah, man. No. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm always here for you, and likewise. Did you address this on your platform yet, or are you going to address this tomorrow?
I addressed it at the end of. I did address it at the end of my Ashra Kwesi interview because I just interviewed him, but. Okay. I couldn't go because I keep my platform at a positive level.
Gotcha.
I said it on Sonetta Show. I said it on your show.
Okay.
I said it on your show a year and a half ago. I said it on Sonetta Show.
Right.
And now that it's come to fruition, that's it. I just got. That's why I stay to myself now. So I don't deal with too many people. Move to Stone Mountain in Georgia. I don't care.
Right, I know.
I'm focused on King Simon, and I deal with the elders that I know are reputable, respectable elders. I try to give these young people a chance. I supported the young ones.
Yeah.
I supported the Polight. I've supported people like Pharaoh. I've supported these other people.
Yeah.
And I get blindsided, and we get blindsided as a community every time when you're trying to support. We always say support the young are the future, and then they come out as these brilliant people, but yet they have certain poisons and ills.
Hidden agendas.
That's in their soul because he didn't have a mother or he didn't have a father and all that. All the stories that Polight used to talk about his mom and father. He met his mother at 17 years old when she's on a deathbed and father wasn't. A lot of us went through that.
Right.
A lot of us went through that, but a lot of us didn't go through molestation and raping.
Yeah.
We didn't do that to people.
A totally different world for me, and when I first started doing the interviews with regards to Africa Bambaataa, it changed. It changed me because prior to those interviews, I never had an experience with molestation or anything, and it was just so overwhelming, and it was like peeling an onion, and it stunk, and I had to keep going. But hey, man, I appreciate your call, King Simon. As always, if you do address this again, let me know so I can promote your platform. I still have your banner, sir.
Well, yeah, my platform is King Simon Presents, only quality people on YouTube. And if you, I try to keep it positive because I know this world, Star, is full of mental illness, man.
Right.
And I know this. That's why I wrote a book on numerovation for mental stability, how to use your own numbers to recognize mental instability.
Right.
I just use the mathematics to keep it real.
Right.
Because people are going through it. My own family members have gone through it, killing themselves and all that kind of stuff. I see it in just the math.
Yeah.
So I love and respect what you do, Star. I've known you for years.
Thank you.
We go back, and I love what you're doing, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing,
yes,
man.
Yes, sir. Salute. Thank you. Salute.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Salute.
King Simon tapping in, a good man. He and I go back to Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Folks, let me say again, for the record, I don't believe that Sonetta had any knowledge about what Brother Polight was doing. I just sent Starnet a text. If anybody is out there and you know Starnet, tell him that Star is putting respect on his name. Starnetta has been trying to help not just Brother Polight, but countless others. Sarah Suit and Seti, who I really have an appreciation for. I never met him. Dr. Umar Johnson comes from the Sarnetta tree. Who else, guys? Give me some other names. Young Pharaoh, huh? And a host of others. You know, I need to say that because I'm sure he's getting people are coming at him from all sorts of different directions. Let me take Skylar Saunders' call, and then I'm going to take a break. I feel like talking. I feel like talking. Skylar, hang on a second. Guys, on the screen is my PayPal information if you don't have Cash App. I can't take every phone call tonight, you know, but if you want to support the machine, your donations are appreciated. Your donations are tax deductible. Hang on a second. Hold on, I have to make sure I'm promoting sponsors. And Goo. 1 second here. Mr. Skylar Saunders, are you there, sir? Area code 302.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good to hear from you, man. Was cracking, was shaking. Let me get your information on the screen.
Hey.
There we go. Skylar's
All right.
Pardon me, youtube.com/@Sky Saunders. You have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
That's right. Yes, sir. I wanted to speak on the topic of could you correct me? Should men chase women? What is it correctly?
Should men still pursue women? Pursue them.
Oh. Not to brag, not to be like I'm some Don Juan, but the last 4 girlfriends wanted me. I guess I wowed them. You know, I use my verbal sensibilities and my talk.
Right.
And they're just like dumbfounded, and they wanted to be with me. They wanted to be around me. They wanted to, be part of the team for however long we were. It was only a few months each one. It wasn't long term.
I'm the prize, bitch. I'm the prize.
Exactly. I got that from you. I can't take credit for saying that, but I say that to people all the time. Yeah. I'm the prize. Like, and I don't pursue. I tell you the truth. I haven't had a girlfriend since the Obama administration. Okay, that's because I'm not in pursuit of a woman. I haven't put myself on the market. I don't have a 9-to-5.
Right.
That's where I met one of my girlfriends. I don't go out to bars or different concert events. That's where I met my other girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get a phone, and she slipped me her number, and I was like, all right, let me see what she's about.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I mean,
stay home and jerk off. It's safer. It's safer.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Pause. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. Pause. Yeah. Pause. Yeah. So I just want to address the topic. Let you know what time it is. I'm telling the truth. That's what I'm not afraid to say. I'll let you know what the truth is.
Hey, good to hear from you, Skylar. I'm going to get your new video up tomorrow. You get my word. Tomorrow morning, all right?
Oh, good to go. Can I just promote real quick?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Ruler of the Kingdom of the Air on vocal.media.
Yeah.
That's how I get my funds. That's where I get my ones up. It's a story that you're going to be engrossed by. It goes by very, very quickly. It's something that is near and dear to what I've done in my writing career, and I appreciate you for promoting me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. I am back in the building. This is the Star Report Wednesday evening. Okay. All right. Linktree /Vega Music 305. I say again, Linktree. Okay. /Vega Music 305. Please check them out. Tell them I sent you brand new music, brand new video, a quality artist. Okay. All right. Okay, a few other things I want to mention here this evening. Folks, if you're looking to be a sponsor or an advertiser on the show, we have brand new analytics. Send us an email and someone will send you a full media deck with the current analytics, okay? You have the email address, thehater1964@yahoo.com, all right? Lunar Glider, I got your donation, sir. Thank you for tapping in. And all the girls that I like to bone have the big butts. No, they don't. Because I don't like that. Oh, you. Okay. This is the Eminem line. Yes, the bars. And all the girls that I like to bone have the big butts. No, they don't. Because I don't like that nigga shit. I'm just here to make a bigger hit. Oh, yeah, that was Eminem. Yeah. What year was that, Luna Glider? I forget. And then Eminem said, black girls are stupid. Black girls are dumb. Oh, but then he said I was immature. What did he say, Troll Babies? It was about a girl who, a black girl he broke up with and he was mad at her. Okay. Okay, I don't see area code 252. I don't know what happened, but thank you for your donation just the same. Permission to speak. Thank you for your support. Blade says, damn, Hank Hill's son was out here allegedly beating up senior citizens. Blade, did you download the paperwork? Rory, got your donation. Thank you, Rory. Is it Shanicia? Hi, Shanicia. Okay. Clinique, are you calling in? Hang on a second. Hold on. Hey, Clinique. Hey there. If not, we can do this tomorrow, okay? Got some bullet points. Thank you so much. Mr. Lee, I got your donation. Star, I'm surprised Vlad didn't bring that incident up in his recent interview with 1090 Jake, but he did mention he was Italian and Irish. So you, Star, and Rory have to hold the L for you folks, okay? Thank you, Mr. Lee, okay? I didn't see the 1090 Jake interview with Vlad. Vlad is my homie. You guys know this. Raheem, I got your donation. Peace, love, and light to the Star Report. Thank you so much for your support, sir. Okay. Lex Diamonds, salute. Are we not kicking Bimmy's back anymore? Bimmy and I had a good conversation, a gentleman's conversation. Okay. Let me address more of Bimmy tomorrow. Tonight, I want to stay focused on Brother Polight, 1090 Jake, you know. But I'll just say it was long overdue, the conversation. We came to a resolution. We're okay now. We're okay, you know. It's a good conversation. And, you know, older guys with the intention to work it out, okay? But thank you for your donation. I'll keep you posted, all right? Okay, I got... Thank you, Scholar Saunders. I got your email, okay? Amen says Deputy Chief Inspector. Okay. Go to Zip with the Drip for more information. I haven't been his page yet today, but check him out. Okay, thank you for your donation. Public victim on this page. Okay, I got to come back to that. John Flowers got your donation. John, do you want to call in? Call in and promote, man. You've got credit with me. John Flowers, call in, man. Okay, he's laughing at the chainsaw joke. It wasn't my joke. It was Justin Bieber's joke. It wasn't my joke. That's what he said. There's a video. You can see him actually saying the goddamn joke. Blade says your business partner's beefing with Elon Musk. I saw that, Blade. Aren't they? I think he's suing. Is it? Oh God, who is he suing? Hang on, guys. Elon Musk is suing. Is it the Anti-Defamation League? Who is he suing, Blade? He ain't suing the JDL. Elvis to Chef Rosenberg, good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for your support. Elvis, is that banner still good that I'm running in my community section? Pardon me, in the at the end of the broadcast, the live stream. Is that banner still good, Elvis, or should we update it? Let me know what's going on, sir. Thank you for your support, as always. Okay. Let's get back to the phone lines here, guys. Let's go to area code. This man has been holding for a while. Good evening, or this female, whoever you may be. Is it area code 704? Good evening, 704. Wednesday. Give him a second. A 1-2, a 1-2. Yes, no, maybe. You've been on hold for a while. I don't want to hang up. 704 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Gotta go. Someone else has been holding for a while. Let's go to area code 313. Good evening. Are you there? Talking to my brother Polight, 1090
Yeah, how
Jake.
you doing?
Yes, sir.
How you doing tonight? This is 10 questions. You all right?
Hey, how are you, sir? What's cracking?
What's cracking, man? I want to talk on that. I want to talk on that one situation, man. Should men still pursue women?
Please, yeah. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think that you should pursue women, like you said, if you going at it on the sense of trying to get a return on your investment.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these guys out here these days, you know, they the ones that's like they like real suckerism, and they giving all the girls all their money or wasting their money and their time.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? You know. See, we could talk about Stuart Little all night, but see, I ain't trying to talk about that. I'm just really like how you said, like, you know, I think that went over a lot of people's heads when you were speaking on the return of your investment.
ROI.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything in life, you need to get a return on your investment. Like, if you don't get a return on your investment, then what is the purpose of it?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't be sitting up here tonight for these hours that you've been up here kicking game, talking game, saying what you saying, if you wasn't getting a return on your investment.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, because that's why you here tonight, and you got to, you get to place the ads, and you tell people, man, to make donations,
right,
and they this, because it's a return on your investment.
Yeah, stress free. Yeah.
So,
very few grays.
Stress free.
You know, well rested.
You know what I'm saying?
You
know? well rested. You know what I mean? Like you ain't got to worry. Like see, in my line of profession, I got to get a return on my investment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got to. You know, because I got to make sure your makeup done, your hair done. I got to make sure you go to the doctor.
Whoa.
Make sure you know what I'm saying. Make sure you ain't got no type of diseases and whatnot. You know, that's a stressful thing.
Well, now hang on a second. Now, if she's with child, then I can see you doing some of them things. But all that hair and makeup shit, sir. I've never paid for hot oil treatment or anything like that. Have you?
I mean, I've never. See, I gotta invest in my product in order to get a return on my investment, because I can't send people looking half, crazy.
Are you sending her on dates?
Yeah.
If she's going on dates, then I can
see.
Yeah,
when you send her on some dates, you got to send her on some dates. So, when you send her on dates, you can't send her on a date looking crazy.
I can see that. Yeah, if she's going and getting the money, I can see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's like you don't go to McDonald's and you just get a Big Mac and then the box don't come with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They got to put it in the box. You feel me? Like that's just. So they got to pay for the box. They got to pay for the cheese, the pickles, lettuce, Sesame seed bun, all that. You know what I'm saying? That was an investment.
Okay. I appreciate the
you
call.
Know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you, sir, are you up to speed on 1090 Jake? I'm not trying to kick his back in. He's a content creator doing the damn thing, but I'm just asking, did he beat up a senior citizen? Did you see the paperwork?
Did he beat up a citizen? I mean,
senior.
Hey, if that's what if the paperwork say that, then that's what he did.
That's what he was charged with that. Yeah, beating up an old black person. Damn.
He beat up an old black person?
Sir, the paperwork is in my community section. Please download it. Check it out. All right.
Oh man, that's crazy. He done beat up an old black person, man.
Allegedly.
Martin Luther King will roll over in his grave if he knew that, man.
All right. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. Okay. Folks, is there anyone out there who's into dancehall music? I still am. I mean, not like I used to be back in the early and mid 80s. Oh my goodness, I was always in the dancehall clubs. But there's certain artists who I always keep an eye on. Mavado. Mavado is one of my favorites. Did anybody see Mavado on stage and Flipper Mafia? Everybody up to speed? Mavado didn't want to hug him. Didn't want to do a song with him. Did Flipper Mafia tell to come home earlier? To come home early. Give him a second. Now, they used to go back at it, years ago, about a decade ago. Did Flipper Mafia tell to come home early? He got his GED in jail, and then he got dipped. Dipped is short for deported. He got deported back to Jamaica. No, nobody knows? Did Flipper Mafia tell to? Is that why Mavado didn't want to, do the song with him on stage? Flipper Mafia like this. Mavado just walked towards him. I'm still with the dance hall. Quiet as kept. All right, nobody cares. Let's go to area code. Hang on a second. 904. Good evening, 904. Are you there? Tapping in from Jacksonville. Yes, maybe no? 904. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. How are you? What's cracking? What's shaking?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Your area
code.
code.
Chime in on the
area code 340.
340.
340. Yes, sir. How are you?
340, yeah.
Where do you want to start, sir?
I'm all right, man. 1051 fam checking in.
Okay. What's cracking? What's cracking?
I just called to chime in on the 1090 Jake thing.
Please, what's going on, man? What the fuck?
Man, look. This is the age of discovery, right? This is the age of discovery, you know what I'm saying? The internet age. Most people are come on pointing fingers, got something to hide, right? So it's nothing new, it's nothing, it's not that big a deal. We're just waiting for it to come out, man. This guy's like the Dateline and ID guy, man, you know what I'm saying? But for snitches, you know what I'm saying? Just exposing this, exposing that, you know what I'm saying? And he's sitting on something hiding himself, you know what I mean? So it's not no big deal. And then he's a next criminal, and we get surprised. Oh, he beat up a old black lady. It's like, what the criminals do, man? They do scumbag stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Degenerate shit, man. I mean, I just
She decides. Oh, I'm changing my life. I'm not copping no more. It's like, nah, it don't work like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know what I'm supposed to get on Friday. You know what I'm saying? To handle my business, and all of a sudden you change your life. Nah, man, cop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
He probably would say, I already bagged it up. What do you mean you trying to quit? The fuck?
Yeah. I already got that paper lined up, man.
You got to pay me, bitch, or else. Man, did you see the paperwork? See the paperwork?
I took a glance.
Download
I didn't read through that, man. I took a glance.
Download it, please, because I'm going to get that shit out of my community section by 10 a.m.
Okay.
Out of here.
Okay.
No pause to that shit.
For sure.
Hey, man, so are you into dancehall by any chance?
Somewhat, man. Somewhat. I haven't been listening for a long time.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Are you into Capleton at all?
Yeah. I came up on Capleton, Sizzler, all them guys, man.
Yeah. Did you see Mavado diss Flipper Mafia?
Yeah. He gave him the cold shoulder, man. Informer, Informer that,
On stage.
Yeah. He can't. They still try to play like they don't talk to the popo. So he can't go and shake his hand on stage. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Flipper Mafia said, "No, man, we're cool. Not according to Movado.
Cool. Yeah.
Not good Movado.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Respect. Thank you for the call.
Respect.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
Yeah. Salute to Spice, huh? Spice playing the victim now. I never met Spice, but I like Spice, huh? Anybody remember Spice and Vibes Cartel? Rompin' Shop. Me cocky longer than me 9. Spice talking about colorism. Erica Mena got fired off of, what is that show? Love and Hip Hop. Hey, Jenna, are you calling in? Yeah, Janet says civil suit should be for Polight. Break him. Janet, there's going to be a civil suit, I assure you. I assure you, Brother Polight will be sued. And that's why I'm somewhat sort of talking about an atmosphere of acceptance. Who else may have known? Who else may have known, you know? But thank you, Jenna, for your donation as always. Houston, where are you, my nigga? Are you calling in? Houston said, nigga, let me get on the line. Houston, call in. Hold on a second. Okay. Who are you? If you're not sending in a donation, get out of here. Somebody, Colitha? And they just hit delete. I ain't clarifying. Shit, fuck out of here. Send in a donation or don't contact me at all. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Let's go to area code 904. Good evening. Are you there? Are you tapping in from Florida? 904. Okay. Get your goofy ass up. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'll deal with you after the show. Block you dumbass. Yeah, I got a brand new phone system, folks. I ain't even got to play around with niggas no more like that. Area code 253. 253. Good evening. Are you there? Wednesday evening. Yes, no, maybe. Got to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to area code.
Yo, what's up, Star?
Yes, sir. Come on, sir. Get to it. Don't kill the vibe. Let's crack him. Sir, don't kill the vibe. Get out of here, bitch boy. Fuck wrong with you. Dragon. 713. Good evening. Are you there? Area code 713.
My nigga.
Houston, what's cracking, man? Let's get to it.
Nigga, I'm finna get straight to it. 1090 Jake is a white cracker redneck nigga doing white cracker redneck shit. Straight up.
Let's go.
That's just what it is. He was sitting up there with that other goddamn coconut shoe wearing motherfucker. I ain't gonna tell you, you know, your boy. Sitting up there scared of him. Come on now, his moonshine making that a tenfold made moonshine. All them niggas, man. I ain't gonna even go there right now because it's too early. I don't know if you want me to even go there.
Houston, let's go. We on real nigga time. We talking about
okay, on real nigga time. You got DJ Academics, Dominican Republic looking ass, sitting his ass up there, scared and shook up the white cracker redneck nigga talking about they both gangsters and they did some shit when both of them niggas ain't shit. If 1090 Jake could whoop his ass in front of the TV, he'll do it. And Academics wouldn't do shit. And the people he got around him wouldn't do shit. Got this goddamn descendant of motherfucking tobacco spitting moonshiners in the goddamn Kentucky goddamn woods, goddamn sitting up there talking about he goddamn do shit and done did this shit with his goddamn. I don't even know what to say about the motherfucker. Both of them niggas look like they need to wash their ass before they get on camera, motherfuckers. Fuck them niggas.
I didn't see that interview. So Academics, how long was he talking to 1090 J? Because he does these long ass. It's not even an interview. It's just like a long conversation. It's like I remember him and when I was on Everyday Struggle. Him and XXX Tentacion were like on the phone for like 3 hours, and I said, man, I can't watch that shit 3 hours. What the fuck?
Both of them niggas look like a struggle, sitting up there sweating, looking like they just woke up from the night before from getting fucked up. Fuck both of them niggas. Act Jimmy's ain't from him.
I don't want to say F him like that because I mean I like what Act does, but let's focus on 1090 Jake. Did you see the paperwork in my community section? Download it fast.
No, I ain't even. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't even got to see it to know he a redneck nigga cracker because of the way he was sitting up there talking. You can tell that. You can tell, man. I'm from the South, dog. I know redneck nigga crackers. When you see them and hear them, you can turn down the goddamn volume on the TV and see that shit.
Well, truthfully, Houston, I got no problem with redneck crackers. You feel me? But I just need to know if he beat up a black senior citizen. The paperwork is in my community section, man. Please download it.
Did.
Well, no, Houston. After we finish, download it, please. It's a PDF file. It's right there. It's clear as day.
Okay, well, shit, I'll go up in there after I finish now. I'm finna go in on. I'm gonna be real easy with this, with the Polight situation. I'm gonna break it down.
Well, as long as we're not talking about the minor, No,
I'm not talking about the minor. I'm talking about the mama.
Go in on Polight.
I'm talking about.
Got it.
But I'm gonna break it down in an eloquent way. I use the big word, eloquent.
Come on.
I use the big word. This is where the black community fails. This is why I always say when they kick the real father out the house, this is what happens. This shit right here. They let a low down snake nigga like him, knowing his pedigree, around the kid, but do everything in the world to get the real dad out the house. But then when this happened, now it's a tragedy. Now it ain't no goddamn tragedy. You know what I'm talking about? It's not a tragedy. You know what I mean? Ain't no damn tragedy about it. You knew how this nigga pedigree was. We been so. Is that the same one that he supposedly was kidnapped or whatever? Like, you see, like, his pedigree, like it's been shown. Look who he worship. Look at the dudes that he look up to. All that, man.
I don't know if he was kidnapped. At one point, his daughter was missing. I don't know if she was kidnapped, but his daughter was missing, supposedly. That's what I remember. Go ahead.
Yeah, but his track record ain't been... Like, what nigga in their right mind would donate to this nigga? That mean they support that. So why are they taking up for that? That's what's wrong with the black community. That's not a black community. Them are niggas. There's a difference between black people and niggas.
Okay.
It's the mentality. That's nigga mentality, and it's predatorial. And then for her to not know that that's what it is. Notice they just said nothing because I listened to the way she talked. She was damn near knowing that was going on because I listened to her talk and her statement. And she was like, money couldn't buy her off or nothing. That means she had been knowing for a minute.
I'm not going to put that on her, Houston. She sounded sincere. Her
sincere now.
Well, hang on. Well, her statement was very heartfelt for most people. I feel for her. She has endured a lot of people over the last 2 years not believing her. She asked that her identity be kept private. I commend her. I commend her for that speech, and Polight accepted a plea deal. I want to focus on Polight, man. Go ahead and finish up, please.
Yeah, but Polight did that. This is what she said for over 2 years. So she been knowing. That's my point.
Okay.
She knew something was up 2 years ago and still had that nigga around her. You get where I'm going with that? That's my point. That nigga should have
let's be careful because she's going to be suing every goddamn body Houston. I don't know what she knew. I don't know. Let's get let's get away from her.
Allegedly.
Let's get let's just
okay.
Get away
I'm gonna get away from her. To that nigga, well, get away from her.
Yeah.
That nigga is a predator, and he should have been locked up.
Right.
And everybody saw that in front of their face years ago.
Yeah.
And they did nothing, and they took up for that nigga, and he deserved where he at. I think he should have got more time. They should castrate that nigga.
Well, he's got 2 more charges, and he could get another decade in jail. There's 2 more charges. I forget what they are. It may be kidnapping. But they're not done with him. They're not done with him. I'll just say.
And I know this just the tip of the iceberg, like you're saying. Like a lot of people that were like in that conscious community, I think some of them people be kind of knowing, but they don't say nothing. Yeah. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So for him, for that dude to scam, I don't know what kind of nigga don't look at his bank statement after he make a purchase. I look at receipts. I'm like, how a nigga get you for 100,000? What kind of shit is that? Nigga, if I miss $5-10, if I get overdraft, anything, nigga, I might that dog. I'm talking about on the little cards. You know how you get the little cards to buy things with.
Right.
I get like an overdraft notice. This nigga got niggas for 100,000. They need to holler at your boy.
Yeah.
I can spend that money the right way. You can see me floss the right way and not be doing that.
Okay. Houston, good to talk to you, man. I'm going to take another call here. Thank you.
All right, man. Best salute.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. That's the homie Houston tapping in. Let me bring in area code 646. Good evening. You've been on the hold. Thank you so much. Is this, how do I say your name, dear? Samika?
It's Samika.
Nice.
Samika.
Thank you for being patient and your donation. Where do you want to start, Samika?
I just wanted to tell you, Flipper wasn't dipped. He's here, still in the States. That show with Movado was in New York, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, he wasn't dipped. He got sentenced to 25 years. He did 9. His case was out of Jersey, actually, for trafficking.
Right.
It was him, his baby mother, and his 2 brothers that all caught the case for trafficking. And he was sentenced to 25. He did 9, got out on parole, and he's still here in the States. He pleaded for asylum. That's why he wasn't dipped. He got asylum.
So he didn't tell. Why did Movado not want to do a song with him? Didn't want to touch him on stage? What was that about?
Well, there's 2 theories floating around. One theory is, before Flipper did his time, he was an artist of some sort, and he was the flossing king.
Right.
So, he was kind of known for always flossing on rappers and saying because he had like a Porsche truck. He had a bunch of Porsches.
I remember.
I think he said he was like the first Jamaican artist to have a Porsche in Jamaica. So, some people are speculating like all the years, it could be some old hater shit, all the years, stunting on artists, it could be that, or it could be, Movado's really tight with Bounty Killer.
Yes.
So Flipper Mafia used to spend his time, dissing Bounty Killer. So there could be just like Movado still trying to show some loyalty. Yeah. So, but I mean, he did do a follow-up interview, and Flipper said it's okay. He doesn't have any beef. He says that prison has humbled him. So he doesn't have any beef with anybody. But it's just kind of one of those things where kind of maybe just old feelings didn't die down.
Yeah. Bounty Killer, very nice guy. Met him years ago. Rodney Price is his real name, if I'm not mistaken. So he didn't get deported? I could have swore he said that. Are you sure?
No, that show that he did with Movado, that was at the New Rules show, which is hosted by another Jamaican artist, Alkaline.
Okay.
So Alkaline does a show called New Rules. He's done it in Miami before. I think he's done it in Jamaica.
You know your Dancehall.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
So I guess that helps.
Okay.
And coincidentally, I'll be there on Friday. I'm going to Jamaica on Friday.
Oh, nice.
So, it was a New York show, and he did asylum, I guess, after his sentence was completed. And he was granted the asylum. So that's why he was able to, because even I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. Last time I checked, Flipper wasn't a citizen. So what is he still doing here? And according to reports, it is that he had filed for asylum and he got it.
Okay. Do you know
what? So he technically, if he got asylum, he shouldn't be going back to Jamaica, technically. Okay. But I'm not sure if, what the stipulations of his asylum are. Like, I don't know what he pleaded asylum for. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, even though I go back to the old school Dancehall, Supercat, and all those guys, I still try and keep up with the younger generation. What's going on with Spraga Benz these days? You know what he's up to?
Spraga Ben still does shows. He's actually done some acting
He's done like, kind of like those Jamaican movies that, they're kind of independently produced and written and stuff. Mm-hmm. So he stars in a lot of those. Lots of like
nice guy
90s shows they book him for. Yeah, lots of 90s, like 90s dancehall shows they book him for. So he'll do a lot of those and stuff like that. But he's still around, still performing, still acting. He's still, kind of active out there. And, of course, he's Foxy Brown's baby daddy.
I was just about to say, so Foxy had the baby by Sprague Benz.
Yeah, her daughter. Her daughter is for Sprague Benz.
Okay. Good guys.
But they're not together. According to Foxy, they're not together.
Yeah. But he's a great fucking guy. Well, listen, I appreciate you. Do you know what's going on with Coffee? Remember Coffee? Toast. What happened to Coffee?
Yeah, Coffee, honestly, I think Coffee is doing great overseas. I think she was doing some stuff with, was it World Cup? I think she had like her song was on the World Cup soundtrack or something like that. She does great over in Europe. They really love her over there. And don't get me wrong, they love her in Jamaica too. But she's done really great overseas, and I think like that's where most of her touring is, overseas. Of course, Jamaicans still try to poke at her sexuality and whether she is or isn't gay. But
I've never met her, but she's a really a nice person from what I can see. Her mother has always encouraged her her artistry. I love that track with her and Gunna called W. Do you know that track?
Yeah. She and that's the thing about it. She really kind of transitioned over well from that one song, Toast. And I think she's great too. And I think her style also opened up for other kind of artists like Leela Ike. I hope I'm saying her name right. Leela Ike is another artist. She kind of gives me a Coffee vibe too. So I feel like Coffee kind of came first, and then she came, and kind of Coffee set off that kind of vibe first. And they're both doing really well. But yeah, they're really doing well. But I feel like they get their best bag overseas. They really do. Over in Europe and England.
Wasn't Coffee supposed to be writing something for Rihanna? What happened with that? Did you ever hear about that?
I didn't hear about that, but maybe Rihanna decided to team up with Thames instead. Okay. I mean, Thames, I think Thames is from Nigeria, and the whole Afro beat is taking off. So
Right.
I know. I mean, Rihanna claims that she's still working on an album, so maybe Coffee has something on that yet to be released Rihanna album. It could be something there, but Rihanna's doing the family thing right now, so I highly doubt we'll be hearing any music.
Riri is also a Barbados hater, so.
Yeah. So it remains to be seen.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the call and your support. Let's stay in touch if you have any more dancehall updates. Okay.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks so much. Bye now. Okay.
Bye.
Big Eye Key tapping in. Hang on a second, guys. Folks, at the top of the live chat is my PayPal information if you want to support the machine. And please hit the like button. Deeds always wants me to remind you guys, hit the like button, okay? Big Eye Key says, nigga light, finally about to do time. That wide-nosed scheming jig should have been in the Hamburglar suit. Up here believing that fast-talking nostril. Last time I chased a bitch. Oh, wow. Okay, you're talking crazy, Big Eye Key. Talking about slapping somebody. Damn. Fuck 1090 Jake. He should have posted his back pockets dirty just for being white. Okay. It's a little crazy. Lunar Glider, thank you for your other donation. Okay. And I got the check and report as well. Blade says, salute to your boy Trump for selling mugshot merch. Yeah, I don't know, Blade. I don't know what's going on. Blade, what's the name of the Puerto Rican guy who got sentenced to 22 years? He was the leader of the Proud Boys. Got his nigga wake up call, right? He wasn't even at the goddamn Capitol building on January the 6th. However, he was burning Black Lives Matter flags. He got arrested. They warned him. Gave his ass 22 years. What is his name? Is he Puerto Rican? Oh, Crime Skills says, Flipper Mafia told, don't listen to that girl star. Crime Skills, I let her speak. I just, I've got my sources, because I'm heavy on the dance hall, on YouTube. I don't speak about it too much because a lot of people don't know, but yeah, man, Flipper Mafia, Movado look at him on stage and say, me don't wanna touch you. Thank you, Crime Skills. Hold on a second. Wow. Okay. Kai, do you want to call in? Hold on a second. Hold on. Do you want to call in? Call in and promote. I got time. Just tell me what area code you're calling in from, Kai, if you want to call in, all right? Hold on a second. Area code 954. Good evening. On a Wednesday, 954. Yes, no, maybe. Are you there?
No. Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking.
Good. So my brother Polight.
Yes, sir. Can you turn that down in the background, please? We're...
I got you. But he was under Dr. Malachi York back in the days.
Yes. Yeah. He never met him, if I'm not mistaken, right? He never met him.
But I think he followed his teachings though. So
yes.
The apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Mm-hmm. But did he ever meet him? I don't think he did. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure if he met him, to be honest. I don't know, but I know he followed a lot of his teachings.
Right. Come on, continue, please.
So yeah, so it's not surprising that he got caught up with this. It's just a matter of time.
Let's go a little deeper. Pause. The cult world, and your male leaders who usually try to project some type of godlike image. Their reasoning, their sick, twisted ideology is that they have to plant their seeds in fertile soil. Yes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he has, from my understanding, 4 wives, but he dates multiple women while being married. But everything he does, he claims it's like a business transaction. Every relationship he gets into, even including his wives. So it's weird.
I can't put this godlike semen in a polluted womb. Your womb is polluted, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I need a fresh womb, untouched. Come on, let's talk. If we talking, man.
No, you're right, man. But he has 2 daughters. His oldest daughter, I believe, is just turned 13, and he has a younger daughter that's like 2.
Yeah.
So that's the sick part about it. I actually met him before a couple of times in Miami.
Okay.
I was about to do some business with him, and he scammed me actually. But thank God.
Allegedly, I don't know, sir. According to you.
No, absolutely. I've got proof. But I paid him on a credit card, so I was able to dispute the charge when he didn't basically produce what he said he was supposed to.
How much did you get back, sir?
The whole thing. The whole thing. I paid him $3,500. He was supposed to teach. I think it was credit repair and some crypto crap, and it was supposed to be weekly calls. He never showed up for the calls and this and that, and I disputed the entire transaction. Okay. And he had an opportunity to counter dispute, and he never did, and that's why they refunded me 100%.
Is it fair to Is it fair to say, sir, that he caught you lacking? You were under the you were under the spell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he called me slipping. I can't even lie. The crazy part is I'm from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn too, but he He was talking that lingo, and I got caught slipping, man. But I was smarter. I was ahead of him because after.
No, sir. Slow down. So you were not ahead of him, sir. He caught
How?
you.
I disputed and I got the money back.
Sir, he caught you at first, right? Now, with all due respect, was this some type of Fosse boy ting and ting?
Yo, Star, chill, man, chill. What type of time you on, man? Chill, nah. It wasn't even like that. Sir, it was supposed to be some crypto shit.
Sir, you're a Brooklyn nigga. Slow down. How did Brother Play catch you for 3,500, sir?
I just told you, man. He was spitting that lingo, and I got caught up.
Yeah,
you're crazy, man.
You looked into his face. What
happened?
You looked into his face. You saw that smooth chocolate skin. He was tall.
Nah, man.
So just say, can I speak, sir? I'll let you finish up. Okay. He's talking to you. He's talking that fly, slick, jiggy shit. Are you born and raised in Brooklyn?
Yeah. Born and raised in Brooklyn, man. But but listen.
Sounds like you're from Canarsie.
Hang on. Hold on.
Sir, stop rushing. Sounds like you're from Canarsie. Yes, no?
Close by.
Where? Tell us.
Brownsville.
Okay. Never ran, never will. So Brother Polight caught you somewhere over on Pitkin. You were shopping in the afternoon, right?
Yo, you wrong, man. You wrong. So if you want to listen, I'll tell you the story. You want to listen?
Tell us.
I met him in Miami. It was me and my wife. We went to see him. He was with his daughter. But this is the weird part. The way he was treating his daughter, this was like 7 years ago.
Right.
My wife was like, yo, there's something up with this guy. Like, why is he treating his daughter like this? Like, she was real quiet. She wasn't speaking. Like, he was grooming her. And my wife kept on saying, yo, their relationship is weird. Me, at the time, I'm like, nah, he's probably just showing his daughter how she should be treated by a man because he was just, like, controlling her 100%. And my wife was like, yo, it's something fishy about him. And so said, so done. Real rap. That's what it was. About like 7 years ago, man. It wasn't in Brooklyn, man. I was in Miami when this happened.
Okay, sir. Now, hang on. With all due respect, let's take your wife out of it. Tell us about the conversation with you and Brother Play. How did you take your credit card and stick it in his little mobile reader? Right? He's standing there with you. He's talking to you. You put it in the little mobile reader.
Yeah. I'm not engaging in this conversation no more, man. You tripping, Star. I'm out of here, man. All right.
Okay.
I'm a long time listener, though, man. From Hot 97, man. I've been following you for a minute, man. So I already know where you're about to go.
Sir, I don't give a fuck about Hot 97, but thank you, sir. Thank you. Respect.
All right, man.
Respect, sir. Peekaboo. A Fosse man business. Allegedly, I don't know. I'm bullshit. I don't know. Bernice, I got you donation. Which Bernice is this? This better not be the Bernice who's always up on Baller Alert. Oh my God. I had to unfollow Baller Alert and the Shade Room. Oh my God, stop it with this chick on a fucking Monday. Sheesh. Guys, Devious J, check him out on YouTube. All right, youtube.com/@7Devious. Okay, great work, that man right there. A few more calls about the topic here, well, two topics actually. Brother Polight, hold on a second, and should men still pursue women? Different type of women out here today. Okay, where's 707? It says Kai on a Wednesday evening. Kai, are you there? Area code 707. Give her a second. Kai, pick it up. Yes, no, maybe. Where is Kai? Are you in the queue?
Sir Star.
Hey.
Can you hear me now, Sir Star?
I can hear you. How are you? What's cracking? Good to hear from you.
Good. Good. Thank you. Appreciate you. How you doing?
I appreciate you as well. I'm putting your information on the screen right now. Let's promote your platform first, and then we can talk about the topic. Tell them what they find when they come to your YouTube channel. It's on the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Oh, awesome.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm KyneY007 here on YouTube.com. On my channel, you can find different things. I started doing a little more of weekly videos and live streams. I'm working on more videos now.
Nice.
Basically focusing on community, a lot of things to do with the Black community, and things to do with our sexuality, and I call it astros. So that's astronomy and like astrology. Okay. Something for everyone. I try to, get that in there too.
Right.
Yes.
Brother Polight, are you at the speed? Sentence today? Where do you want to start? Go ahead.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I'll say this. I do look for empowerment in our community. So I look up to people that represent themselves as Black leaders, someone mission Black leadership. I was never drawn to the man that calls himself Brother Polight.
Okay. So
that's what I mean by us having energies inside of us and stuff. You have to go where it feels right. You can't really just come to me with the whole, like we like to say sister, brother a lot and stuff like that. It has to feel it. I have to feel something. And for whatever reason, I'm thankful. I've only been guided in the right directions for the most part on my journey.
Okay.
But I did learn a little about him. I wanted to know about him still, but something just wasn't right. So yeah, he got his time today with the 7 years, 10, what he got in probation. But it does seem like to me, I know it sounds like you're kind of feeling this way too. I do feel that with cases like this, when it involves children, there shouldn't be an option to cop out. Like there shouldn't be a lesser charge to go to. That shouldn't be an option. So I do have to say that.
Okay.
They allowed him the lesser charges.
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of factors that play into that. And, listen, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but some parents don't want to put the child through the strenuous and what could be a humiliation, sitting in front of, the courtroom, possibly hundreds, if not thousands of people, attacking the credibility of the parent and or child. It's different now. I mean, social media can be very demonic at times. Not saying that it's right or wrong, but the allowing someone such as a Brother Polight to cop out, take a plea deal, if you will, sometimes it saves everybody the headache of this person lying, twisting the facts, and possibly just turning the whole judicial system into a circus. I'm not a parent, so I don't know. I can't really speak to that. Are you a parent, Kai?
I don't really. It does, honestly, it doesn't. I don't really think it really matters.
Okay.
I'm looking at it I don't mean that respectfully. I'm looking at it more so just the law and just the morality of it all.
Understood.
Because I'm someone, honestly, I don't really even believe in sex registry. I feel it violates rights.
Okay.
It violates any other right that way. But somebody will say to me, well, why wouldn't you want to know where they live and where they are down the street so you can be more cautious, so you can watch your children? No, I always watch children.
Okay.
And I have a habit of making sure your children are okay, too. That's why I speak the way I speak.
Okay.
But that's one of the reasons, too, why everyone else has to sign up for the sex registry. And they want you to take these courses like they told him, too. They want him to take these courses while he's locked up. But what do you mean he's not going to have to be on the sex registry when he get out? So there's that, too. There's just other things that kind of still leave other people more vulnerable. But I definitely get where you're coming from, because she's young and she's already been, it sounds like she's been very traumatized enough as it is. So I get it. I do get it.
Well, again, I don't have the answers here. I'm just, discussing it, with you. But so are you a mother or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear you say you didn't hear or pay attention to the sentencing? The mother gave a heartfelt, gut-wrenching statement, and she flowed. Did you hear any parts of it?
Yes, I listened to the whole thing, her part and everything. Yes, it was very well said. Yeah, I'll just leave that alone because I still have my views on, just how we kind of have to protect our children. And I do feel, whoever hears this too, and don't take it the wrong way, I hope you take it the right way, just be safe regardless how you feel about it. Usually there's an inkling that something's off. There's something given to us deep inside. There's nothing about religion. It's nothing about, I don't know what she's talking about. Yes, you do. Just being a human. We have to pay more attention to other signs. I'm sorry. I have to just say that. But other than that, I wish them well and peace, and I'm glad at least this part helps bring some kind of closure for them. I hope them and their families.
Stay with me. Let's not close this out just yet. I have a sense of what you're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're speaking from the position of a mother, and what you teach your child and what you instill in her or him. I don't know if you have a male or female. You expect them to understand, and to abide by your teachings. But what about those who are less fortunate? Those who get caught up in, an accident or just a situation beyond their control. What do you think about them?
I don't know how you would be in a situation. I still feel we're failing the children if they are in the situation. Now, if a child just runs off, you did the best you could, so you couldn't really catch them. But again, what happened before they ran away? We always have something going on, I feel like, that tries to tell us.
Got you.
Now, whether we're aware of it or not, I think that's just where we have to pick up those pieces. Because a lot of children are going through this. And honestly, I get kind of naive, I know a bit, with my own people, the people, of Africa and everything. But I didn't realize we had this going on in our communities as much. Like, I always felt it was other people, even though statistically it is done more in other communities. They have statistics on this right there for everyone to see. But I just always felt our men don't do that. Like it just doesn't run rampant like this. But, I guess we're seeing it, in our faces more now. And maybe this is what's needed, even though it hurts. But we need to know the truth.
I beg to differ. I think it is more prevalent than people think. I think that in low-income areas, it's not reported as much because you have people that are living under the gun, so to speak, and they don't have faith in the judicial system. They don't want to cause a disturbance, so to speak, and they don't want to be shunned or ostracized. The same way you have the whole stop snitching in the hood thing. I think it does happen. I think that people don't report it, and I think that many people throughout time have suppressed it. I could be wrong, but I think that a lot of the times these situations that happen are unfortunate. Sometimes your child can get away from you for a few minutes, and then poof, they're gone, or something happened. I mean, things happen. I mean, I can't necessarily say the mother was quote unquote wrong, but is that where you're headed? She should have seen the signs, and are you saying something like that?
I should say, I just wonder if she was to ask herself that. I think I wouldn't want to do that because it would be guilt. I wouldn't want somebody to feel like that. But when I hear these cases, I deal with these cases anyway. So I do always wonder, what did you feel? Something like, come on. Right. There's so many channels on here where they're catching predators on a regular basis. Right. To the point where I think I'm done. They got a new one coming out. And they live stream it. But most of the time, these are hookups, internet hookups. But most of the time, now because of social media and stuff, but before that, it usually was right at home. That's where your kids are getting abused the most.
Gotcha.
They always say it's not a stranger at the park stalking, it's your friend at home. It's your boyfriend and all that good stuff.
Understood.
So,
Kai, good to talk to you. And folks, make sure you check out her platform, youtube.com/@KIY.
Thank you. Can you get my email? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got it. I'm going to get to that tomorrow morning when I'm sipping my coffee.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye, troll babies. Peace, everybody.
All right. Sky tapping in. Thank you for your donation, GT. GT sent in 2 donations. Okay. Okay. Blade has sent in a email. Oh. Blade has sent me an email. The Swami, Vivek Ramaswamy, backtracks on pledge to cut U.S. aid to the small hats. Oh. Yeah, when he was talking like that, I said, he ain't going to get too far talking like that. But thank you, Blade. Thank you for the information, okay? Houston, thank you. Houston said I downloaded the paperwork. Okay. Enrique Tario. Okay, he's Cuban. Allegedly, he's a bigger informant than Starr. And still got 22 years. Well, you see, a Hispanic out there trying to code switch. Yeah, he wasn't even at the Capitol. Was he, Blade? January the 6th? He, weeks prior, he was arrested for having magazines with bullets in them, guns, destroying Black Lives Matter flags. Got a nigga wake-up call. Wow. A few more phone calls and we're going to finish up here tonight, guys. Let's go to area code 919. Talk to my brother Polight. Are you there? Area code 919. Yes, no, maybe? Got to go?
Hello, Mr. Terrain.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Terrain, are you there?
Good. Can you turn that down in the background, please? You've got some type of BET or Telemundo going on there. Turn that shit down. Sir, are you ready? What are you doing? Don't kill my vibe. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, is that ready?
Yes, sir.
Is everything fine?
How are you? Where do you want to start?
Okay. Oh, no, it's still blank. Okay. Yeah, I was just finished watching, what's that, Julian Gordon, and he was talking about Jay Morrison. After that went off, I see you're on your platform talking about Brother Polight.
That's correct.
You know, it's what's going on in the black community.
Where do you want to start, sir?
Robbing money from each other.
Where do you want to start?
Robbing money. Little bit of money we have, we're taking it from each other. Like, it's crazy.
Who's we, sir? Who's we? And what community you're talking about? You don't live near me. I live in Stone Harbor. Where do you live? I live in Stone Harbor, New Jersey.
Well, now I live out in Raleigh now.
Raleigh, North
Carolina.
Carolina.
New Jersey.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
I'm in Stone Harbor, sir. I pay a lot of goddamn taxes. If you don't live near me, I don't give a fuck what goes on where you live.
I used to live in Neptune, New Jersey.
Okay.
I used to hang out in Asbury Park.
That's nice, sir. That's nice. But what do you mean we? We. What are you, French? What are you talking about?
When I said we, I was referring to Brother Polight.
Oh, okay.
I think the children he touched on was black, correct? And Jay Morrison, they said he got anywhere from 11 million to 13 million. And
sir, I don't want to talk about Jay Morrison. We're talking about Brother Polight. Let's get focused.
Okay,
here, please.
Well, Brother Polight, I saw that he was a fraud. He did have some all right knowledge, but if you saw him when he talked to somebody who would challenge him and they would start to win the debate, you would see most of the time that he would cut them off immediately. And that was one of the signs to me, like, this guy's a fraud. Mm-hmm. Like, how people can't say
Sir, do you have children, respectfully? Do you have children?
I'm going to say no. Yeah, no.
Are you sure, sir?
I'm like you. I have some people who claim, but we've never done a test. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure.
Where's your boyfriend right now? Where's your boyfriend? Is he in the next room? Put your boyfriend in the line, because
sorry. Don't come at me like that, because
you're working my nerve, man. You know, just you're dragging, you're stalling, and you. Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Thank you.
I have to.
Okay, thank you.